Hi, welcome to the channel. My name is Karsh the Goblin. This is the Goblin Cave. I know we're a little bit late today getting set up, but we've had no internet in the studio for about 12 hours and came on pretty much right before the show. So in that time, one of our cast members went, "Hey, I'm going to get my hair cut instead." So we're going to have one person. We're going to have one person a little bit late because we've got internet again, and we're going to run a show. So it's an interesting one. It's very, very... So we'll cut across to our cast members and say hello to everybody. So, hello.
It's very,
Hello.
It's very, very what now? What did you say?
It's very long.
One more time.
I think we've had enough. Enough. I'm just like, oh, so much stress. So
one more time for the people in the back.
As the cast members know, part of the is the fact that everything in this campaign is prepped for if they want to do danger, if they want to throw themselves into everything and do all the combats and all the normal stuff. But today was going to be a de-stress episode because there's been so much stress. But that takes prep, and 12 hours without internet is really hard to prep when we use the internet for our system. So I'm hoping people are going into combat because I can do that.
We can't because we're
I mean,
nearly dead.
I hope people are going into combat, says the DM, when it's like, guys, can we fight something? I don't know what to do. I mean, usually fights just appear.
I know that sounds really bad, but I'm hoping the players remember that the plan was to deal with the fire witch, and then we'll go and kill off I think the air cultists was the plan on the way through.
We were following whatever the beacon was. So that was
yeah,
the rock that lit up.
yes.
And we were following that. And I don't know if that led us to the fire witch, or if that was a detour. Okay, so that led us to okay.
The beacon is there's something happening in this town. This is how the town's communicated to the tavern owner to say, oh, there's something happening, you need to go here.
Right.
And then
Danger.
that person, it's an alarm system. And the tavern owner, that's why you were always paying a percentage to the Rusty Daggers, because that also pays the tavern owners as well for free rooms and all that type of stuff. But yeah, so that's why where you are with the Fire Witch. But as I said, I believe the plan to come back was to just take out the fire, like the Featherdale Spire, because that's always been in the background.
It really has been.
Please go fight the people.
No,
is what I hear.
The Featherdale Spire attack has been there for such a long time. As we need to kill these people. It's been there for such a long time.
Really has.
So yeah, and for some reason, although I've got my what did I do there? No, I just pressed a button. I probably shouldn't have. For some reason my thing's not working. There, should be working now. Sorry, one of my managing things. So we'll do our introductions, and we'll do our paperwork, our bookkeeping, and then we'll do what's been happening. So, Nia, would you like to do your introduction now that you're facing the other way?
Oh yeah, hi everyone, I'm Nir. I play Mava, our half-elf druid / witch. And I'm currently in my very...
Your mic's a little hot.
Oh, sorry. I had it too close because I have a dog that just came into my room. decided he wanted to join. So yeah, play Veva, half elf druid. Still doing Costober, just very casual today with Double D from Ed and Eddie. Because I had literally no time to do anything today because I got home really late. So let's get into this very, weird session.
Life has many doors, Ed the boy.
Oh God. You
dare insult the son of a shepherd.
And
I love it.
And on that, we're actually working on doing a cosplay show at the end of the month. So we can
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, I know.
I don't own any cosplay.
Not for a role-playing show, but a cosplay show about cosplaying, as in a chat.
Yep.
That way, we don't cosplay on the role-playing shows because we're not cosplaying our own characters because of legal things. So yeah, Sky.
Oh, I'm Sky, the coffee drinker, and I play Kip the Kobold Fighter, and slash wizard, and let's see. I don't know what the hell is gonna happen now. It's kind of. I guess we gotta go fight things. Let's find out.
Yeah, as I said, it was gonna be a de-stress. I had everything planned. I just had nothing prepped, and prep time so it's on me. Emmy.
Hi, I'm Emmy Rabbit, but you can call me Emmy. I'm from Gathering Nerds, and I play Meg, the Goblin Bard, and I'm very tired, and I have a cat.
Yeah. So daylight savings so daylight savings is hidden, so that's why the different times change for the shows as well. So even though we're late officially, we're kind of half an hour earlier to what we would usually be.
It was the same time for me normally, so I forgot about daylight savings.
Okay.
I just signed in with my regular time because I forgot about that. But it turns out it was the time we were doing anyway because we're late. So fuck it.
Yeah, we were late. Yeah, exactly that.
I was like, we're not that late.
Yeah.
Because time zones.
But the problem is time zones in Australia are really weird because Queensland and Sydney and New South Wales, although are vertically aligned, one does daylight savings, the other does not. I'm sorry, Emmy, you have to wake up earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a suckful thing.
Oh no! I have to wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Compared to going to bed
at 8.
Super late times for Sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no.
Although Kamala used to wake up at about 6 for this show.
Yeah.
And then finish the show and then do the normal day-to-day things. So she said it worked for her. It was great. So some of the bookkeeping that's happening, apart from daylight savings, change of times. I don't think I've actually updated the off-screen. Oh yeah, I need to update that. So we're having a cosplay show at the end of the month. We still have to work on scheduling and whatnot, but most likely for the week of Halloween, we're going to be doing some one-shots through all the characters, all the cast members on all the shows. They're going to be possibly themed Halloweenish or monsterish type stuff. One of them confirmed will be on this one will be Call of Cthulhu. And the cast members are encouraged to be moving around between the time slots if they can for their availabilities. So we're going to be doing a Call of Cthulhu one-shot, at least for this time slot. And I'm really excited for it because I've ran this before for my face-to-face friends, my face-to-face role-playing group, and I was able to use the sound and everything to really, really push the Call of Cthulhu horror, and I love Call of Cthulhu because you're not playing adventures, as was written. Where did I say? I think it was in Discord. You're not playing adventures. You're playing victims. Which is
That's even better.
I've never played Call of Cthulhu.
It's a pretty simple system.
A great place to watch is, I know everyone says Critical Role, but they're good for a reason. Talis and Jaffe of Critical Role ran a Call of Cthulhu one-shot, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
So go watch that if you want to get clued into the system.
I think I
Although-
remember seeing that, and I should probably watch that.
If it's
It's very good.
about a Corbett house or the haunting, don't, because that's what we're running.
No, it was about a museum made of glass.
Okay, cool. Just I don't know which one it is, but yeah. So that's going to be happening. So yeah, we're going to do some one shots at the end of the month, as well as a cosplay show. Not just have cosplayers, but my background is circus and performing, and I'm getting someone from that industry to talk about costuming. So someone from that side, professional roamer and costume maker that makes their own unique costumes, instead of where cosplaying are doing pretty much the same techniques, but copying a pop culture or something like that costume or look. So I like the difference between, but using the same techniques for slightly different effect. So and I'll be talking to that person hopefully over the weekend, so that'd be awesome. So back to this channel and back to this show, we have September's finished, but you can still help out the channel by subscribing, because it does help us out, and you get to play with our emotes and get to show your support by using our emotes in other people's channels. You can also donate to the channel directly by bits or normal donations through PayPal, and when you do that, you can actually do the hashtag of one of the players or cast members, and that person will get a D4, D6, D8, D10 or D12 as a chat dice they can use on attack rolls, saving throws, and skill checks. And the catch is that if they don't use it in time and another donation comes into somebody else, that the value does increase per every dollar or per 100 bits, and the other person gets it and they lose it. So it's a use it or lose it, and if no one uses it and it gets past D12, I get a D20, and I will use it because I'm a mean and vindictive person.
What happens if you don't use it and someone else donates?
Then
It just goes back around.
Yeah. I've lost it, so I will generally use my D20 as fast as possible. That's yeah.
Childa DeMarsh is very good at immediately spamming that bit button to get it out of his hands.
Yeah, but they also give it to me.
Yeah, I know. They give it to you in other shows because they always do this. They hate us.
Zero is very playful and just is like, oh yeah, that's a D12. Oh great, and we'll just do 100 bits and just like yeah. Yeah, it's a thing. But yes, you can donate and help out the channel that way. You can check out our YouTube. And if you are watching us on YouTube, leave a comment down below. What do you like? What do you don't like? They can click on the buttons of like and dislike, preferably the like because it makes us happy. And if you dislike us, click on like because again it makes us happy. And we've got a Discord, we've got merchandise, and we've also got a website called GoblinCave.tv, where you can watch us live. You can follow all the bits and pieces. Got links for our Discord, got links for everything, and links, and also our merch store. So I think that's everything. And so he's not here, so we'll just do the what's happening and yeah, and set the scene. So what's been happening is the character's been fighting a fire cultist for, it seems, months now. Out of game, so in game it's only been weeks, and they've had quite a few significant losses, and it's been a very hard fight. They've then had people leaving the group because of the disillusion and other things going on, and it's just been a very stressful time. And they followed a beacon, or there's stuff going on in town, or the town of Red Lark, which they don't really know. Something about arrests going on, but because they're an outside source, they were asked not to directly help, and it would be better for the town if they weren't present because of that conflict and possible conflict or seen conflict. So they know that there's arrests going on back in Red Lark, but they went to investigate a flashing beacon light that indicates there was something going on in another town. When they went to Restbridge, the other town, I'm just making sure I've got the right town here because I'm really horrible with names here. When they went to Restbridge, they found out that there's something going on about the beacon was because there's a fire witch in the hills. Fire witch causing havoc at the Nettleby Ranch. The Nettlebees being a successful farming family who have bought out recently all the surrounding farms and have a very expansive ranch. But the fire witch was apparently not a fire witch, but maybe a trap designed by the eldest of the Nettlebees, the cantankerous old bastard. Where they essentially had the players, or the characters, investigate a barrow, an Uthgar barbarian barrow, Uthgar tribe member's barrow, and then try to seal it on them, and try to then collapse it with earth elementals, because that's the thing. The players came out, they succeeded, and then stopped the barbarian horde from killing all the Nettlebees, and only allowed the killing of the two involved, of the desecration of the tomb. They restored the tomb, sent the family away with a pittance. Let's face it was a pittance. Stole
100 platinum is a lot of money in D&D world.
It is a lot of money, but you also stole their life savings, which was more
They don't know
than 100
that.
platinum. Also stole their bag of holding, which, spoiler alert, was actually going to be a story reward, but no, you stole it. And restored.
And
the
all
tomb.
his family knows is that we helped them out.
Yes. So
We're good. We're good people. We helped them out.
yeah. So the family has set off back to Westbridge to stay there for a week and try to figure out what's going to happen from there. The ranch is still quite going to be successful, but as you explained to them, they're probably going to have to sell off some of their outer lying farms, which they've recently come into possession, to make some money back and to make it a bit more manageable for a smaller family unit. So we open our scene of not the. I can imagine like the household, like the homestead burning in the background as you leave, but it's not actually that. Like you leave the farmstead with food and bags full. I don't know what Peach was going to borrow from the homestead, but you're on your way out of the homestead towards the stone trail, which is going to be several hours just to get to the stone trail, and it's going to be pretty much most of the day to get back to Westbridge. And that's where we open our scene, heading to Westbridge.
And so, are we still guiding the other family members, or they stay behind?
The two family members,
The other.
they left earlier before the ransacking.
Okay.
Because they were encouraged to leave while their patriarch was having their bodies squashed into bits.
Yeah. But I thought we told them to wait so we could escort them back to Westbridge, just so they wouldn't be accosted by barbarians or bandits or something.
If you can have them wait, then there's no problem with them waiting, and yep.
Yeah.
That can be a thing.
I think that's what we wanted to do. I think that's what we had mentioned last time, is having them wait, because we were like,
Yeah.
let's not send random people that don't know how to defend themselves off to go and just travel by themselves.
Let's not do that again.
Let's do that again.
No, that's like the horses.
Bad idea. Yeah,
Bad
exactly like the horses.
The race horses,
Yes.
which lasted
The
3
ho-
episodes.
The horse.
Oh, why the horses, guys?
Maybe 2 episodes.
We tied them up to a tree to go and do a mission, and then came back and they were all dead.
Oh my god. Oh,
We were away for like
my-
half a day. We were away for half a day in game.
It was a day, and it was a day where you tie them up to a tree, and the surrounding area is barbarian or cords.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I just guess back then I was naive enough to believe in a merciful DM.
No. How many times have your familiar disappeared off the map when scouting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Familiar can come back though.
Yeah. Actually, I think that was the first times I started doing that in the ranch. So, go back to about episode 30-ish. I think that's about the time we're talking about.
What are we up to?
The Dalmon Ranch. We're up to 45.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So, yeah.
A lot of episodes there.
That is. And so that was around the start of Leah with Thurvane.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, you're on your way back to Westbridge, or at least back to the Stone Trail, heading south through the countryside, the rolling hills, where there is a multitude of, like, just empty hills and farmland off in the distance, most of which you can guess now that was the property of the Nettlebys, at least initially. So what is the plan back in...
Once we get back to Westbridge, once we get back to Westbridge and the family they're in an inn, they're somewhere they're being taken care of. Right. That was an interesting little detour. Good to know that it seems everything is connected to these bloody organizations.
It would seem so.
Do we continue with the original plan then?
Which plan was that again? Were we going to go and, I guess, investigate that? What was it? Riverguard Keep or Feathergar Spire or something?
That was, but then we got set aside by the fire cultists, and then the whatever this happened to be. I don't know. It's all so much. We're just one group of people. Can we really be expected to take down all these? It's just hard to know where to direct your frustrations sometimes. I have a... If I do good things, not because I'm particularly altruistic, but because I want people to like me, does that still make me a good person?
In a sense, I guess, yes. If you're doing it to be good, even if you want people to like you.
But it's for a selfish reason.
Everyone has selfish reasons for everything they do, right? Even when you want somebody to like you, I mean, you always want them to like you no matter what.
Maybe.
Is it so bad to be liked?
I just feel... I gesture at the bag of holding. As I was so determined to save their lives because I thought I wanted them to be thankful. I wanted them to see me as a hero. But when it came to taking this, they didn't know. So I thought I said, well, they won't know. What doesn't know won't hurt them. But that's not justifiable. I don't know. It's all so confusing. Do I want to... I'm torn between my own self-preservation and my instincts telling me to just leave this place and never come back. But I want to take these people down, and I don't know if it's for vengeance I don't know if it's for altruism or a sense of justice, or if I just want to be a hero because I want people to like me. I don't know. Sorry, that kind of call came out at once.
No,
I
I
don't know.
I understand it in a way. I don't personally like being around people much. I spent most of my time being away from people. Civilization wasn't really for me.
I don't know.
But for the greater, I guess you could say, for the greater good, I decided to venture out. Things were going to destroy everything, so I'd rather stay alive. Is it self-preservation? Yes. I want to be alive. Personally, being dead doesn't sound really fun to me. But at the same time, I'd rather protect people and know that the world's in balance.
I've told you this, and I told the others, but I don't know if I told you. When I originally went to Waterdeep, I wanted to be a bard. I wanted to be a performer, and I think it's the same thing. I think it's because I wanted people to like me, because let's face it, no one likes kobolds. So I wanted to prove everyone wrong, I guess. And well, that didn't work out because no college would accept me or train me. So I just became an adventurer, a fighter. I suppose. I don't know.
Everybody has big dreams, correct? I mean, everyone wants to do something. It's not
Maybe.
bad to want something, to want people to like you. To me, at least, it seems normal.
I don't know. I guess maybe the fact that I'm even worrying about it means there's some good in me. but I don't know.
Let's be honest, though. You did what you thought was right at the time. You wanted to protect people. You've always wanted to protect people, right? I mean, Robold, so, or Rona. That's always going to mess me up. Kadan, I don't really know Third Vein and what was his name? Ward? I don't know
Ward,
them, but you
yeah.
seemed like you guys wanted them safe, so you always want to protect people. You seem like the sort. That seems good to me.
Mr. Kip. So,
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about this sort of thing, but from my experience, the kind of like that you guys show is very different from the kind of like that I got back where I came from as a performer.
How do you mean?
There's the like where it's really hard to pinpoint, but it's kind of like as a performer, I was looked at for the.
You were a spectacle. You were a gimmick.
I suppose.
I was when I failed to join a bard college, I was thrown into a gladiator pit to be killed by fighters. And when I survived, I was made a spectacle of. I was put on show as the little kobold who fought up to the big strong dwarfs and human fighters. So I know a bit of what you're talking about. But it was always shallow. It was always, and when they got bored of you, it was just time to move on to the next thing.
Yeah, that does sound like it.
I guess it's just because they think we're monsters. I guess maybe that's why. Maybe the idea of a monster being a functioning member of society is just hilarious and weird, and so that's why they like it. But then, sooner or later the gimmick runs out, and then we're just back to being monsters again.
Monster or not, you're people.
Well, I should hope that's not up for debate.
I hope not. But I definitely value you. And I think that's what you're trying to say there, Meg, is that you weren't valued there. But to us, you're worth a lot more than you ever were to them. You're a person to us. You're Meg. You can be whoever you want. And I'd still accept you. As long as you don't murder people for, innocence. But let's try to avoid that, maybe.
And so takes Kip by the cheeks and says, and just goes in eye to eye and says, "Kip, embrace your inner monster."
No, so I didn't mean when I said us monsters stick together. I didn't mean it as an excuse to throw away everything that makes us good people. It was an idea of the downtrodden sticking together. Doesn't mean you should be what they think you are. It doesn't mean you should. Monsters are what they call us: the humans, the dwarves, the elves, the quote unquote civilized people. That's what they call us. But so, I don't know. I've spent my whole life trying to prove them wrong, and because I don't want to. There's the temptation to just, well, if that's all they're ever going to see me as, maybe that's all I should ever be. But I don't want to fall for that. I don't want to fall to that.
Then
I want to
be who you want to be. Would you like to be Pepsi Left-Beard?
No. And what about you, Arona? Do you want to be a monster? That's a question for Peach to answer.
That's a totally question for Peach. At the moment, I would say the reply is at the moment I'll say the reply is that the reply is probably at the moment I want to be a Rona for the first time in a long time.
Oh, that's cute.
Well, that's nice. That really is nice.
Hey, Peach is here.
Oh, perfect time.
Hey, back and ready. She's back and ready to be a inner monster.
Just finished role-playing so for you.
Timing. It's always timing. But and the things, because we haven't seen the Arona side of Peach for long enough, I don't know how to, as a GM, how the reaction's going to be.
Yeah.
Or what to say. So I don't know. I could say what So would say. Yeah, no problem. Because of the 40 plus episodes.
Yeah.
But for Arona, I was like, I don't know. So.
By the way, Kosh, I'm hoping you're using this time to prep.
I can't. As I
It's
cannot
RP
prep.
time.
I was trying to prep beforehand, and I cannot prep it.
I thought we said we were going to RP, so you give you the time.
I cannot prep it. We're talking hours of prep
Okay.
to do what I was looking to do.
Never mind.
I love the RP. I know what you can do, and I can do an encounter within 5 minutes. That's a nothing thing. I'm used to that, doing encounters when you're talking to each other. But this is bigger. This was a whole episode of differentness. But yes, thank you. I know, but I do love that. But yeah, so you stay you stay in Westbridge, in the inn which has all the artwork and the sculptures, and you're essentially pestered about buying stuff. But I'm assuming you just have no interest in any of it, and you just wanting a private room. You want some drinks and some food and just a rest, and this discussion happens there. In the morning, you hear that the Nettlebees have essentially found a place to stay with family, distant relatives, and that they're going to be okay, and that they're going to essentially spend a week figuring out what they're going to do and how they're going to do it, and then head back to the farm and see if it's worth salvaging or just selling up totally. So you find yourself at Westbridge at the crossroads. If you want to go into the Sumber Hills, you can go to the south. You can head to the Stone Bridge and to Belliard. You haven't been to Belliard for a while. If you want to go to the east, or you can head into the south, you can head to the east towards the Stone Bridge and then south into the Sumber Hills with the Lark Path, where all the danger lies.
So we get Peach in.
Peach can jump in at any time. That's why I said just jump in.
Yeah, I was about to say.
So yeah, I can quickly do the overlay quickly because I think Peach was last winning last time.
just put in the Discord setup as being an ass.
Okay.
And a half.
And a half.
Yeah. So
Fair dinkum.
I feel that.
1.5 butts.
Butt and a half.
we're totally professionals today, just totally professionals. Oh my god, what a yeah.
I'm the most professional I've ever been.
We're all professionals here.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, if you want to go back to Red Lark, if you want to go to or go into the Sumber Hills and into the Danger, or elsewhere even. There's a lot that's going on.
Looks at the other people in the group like, so do we want to stand outside all day, or should we go somewhere, or maybe like, I don't know, go drinking? Is that what you do? I don't really know.
I mean, the closest base of operations to all this weird cultish activity is Red Larch anyway, so we might as well head back there.
True, and maybe they've made their arrest now.
I think we should pursue that hole in Red Larch where the that
sinkhole?
Yeah, that sinkhole. And there was a tunnel. There was a tunnel, remember, that led away from the sinkhole. Perhaps we should explore down there.
We could attempt it. I don't mind.
Because it seems like that could lead us somewhere. Maybe it's a back entrance to one of these bloody places.
Could definitely be. We should check it out, I guess. It's better than running into blind danger right now.
Yeah, definitely. Also, have we had a long rest?
You can have a long rest in the tavern, yes, overnight. That's an easy.
That's what I.
Get yourself your hit points back.
Yeah.
I was still on 7.
I know.
It was mainly for Meg's sake.
Yeah. That'll also get us some spells back for everyone.
I don't have that.
Especially because I think I've used all my wild shape as well.
Apparently, I had some form of exhaustion.
Yes, from the cold.
Remember we cold.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was a thing.
That thing I managed to actually save against every time. I don't even know how.
It was getting worse.
There you go. We'll
All you had
reset.
to do is fail at once, and it wasn't going to kick in again for maybe another couple of hours. But it was that first level that you're going to get hit with.
Yeah.
There we go. Hey, we may have some sight. Yeah, everyone's exactly the same. Once the vision comes in, we have a cross. No camera on.
I'm
That seems about
trying.
right.
You
That's
at least
okay.
have a.
At
We
least
have a
can
voice.
hear you.
It's fine.
Welcome
Okay.
in.
Sorry, my setup was just a
Hold on.
clamoring of like error sounds.
That's okay.
What did I miss?
I've while you feel so, I've got to go because there's a howling dog I need to take care of.
Okay, no problem. So you missed Kip's having an existential crisis about being a hero.
The usual.
And being
Yep,
seen
the
as
usual.
and being seen as a monster, but is being doing good things to be seen as doing good things. Is that actually being good? Because he wanted to save the people, but he also didn't care about stealing the bag of holding and the money. And
Oh, this is Stella's department all the way. I mean,
Yes.
Arona's department all the way.
well, that was,
I was
that
waiting
the
for
thing. That was
you.
the thing.
I'm like,
I
Oh,
had to
yeah.
put in the Kip embrace you in a monster. But I don't know if Arona would say that, and I don't know. Yeah,
Arona's a complex enigma of a question.
yep.
I went straight to the lady's house to get my hair cut, and then she was like, "Oh, my daughter has a fever," and I'm like, "Cool, thanks. You live across town."
So yeah, that's what's happened. And essentially, you're in Westbridge. You've rested. Everyone's just had a long rest in the tavern, and it's in the morning. And if people are going to be going back to Red Lark, or you're going to head back into the Sumber Hills and kill some things.
Someone wants to have a talk with everyone.
Just quickly,
Yes.
because we're gonna find out if Arona stole anything from the house.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, that's true.
It
He's
did-
so close.
I know she said she's getting so close to Meg.
She's so close for me.
Oh my god!
So, in the morning, I'm just picturing when Meg when Meg wakes up and gets ready to get dressed for the day. There's like these outfits laid out on the bed.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah,
like
there
that.
is. Yeah. You have your little goblin son.
Meg,
I'm very.
Meg looks very confused. And it's like, And Meg will probably actually grab the clothes and go up to the others and be like, "Did someone leave these?"
What I
I
miss?
believe they're yours to wear.
Oh, they're for me?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank
They'll be
you.
happy. Look.
And Meg will go and change. And I don't know what the clothes are, but there are clothes. They're not dirty.
There's a cute little dress.
Oh my god, no.
With little ruffles and lace and everything.
Meg
I
already
wish.
has one of those.
They'll just go from the stinky grandfather and the okay dad.
Please don't steal the stinky grandfather's clothing. I don't feel like stinky grandfather clothes are good for Meg.
She washed them before she gave them to Meg.
Old men clothes.
I think get rid of that old man scent of balls and, like cigarettes.
Meg's wearing an old man's outfit. So like the polo shirt and
Hey, Macklemore, can we go thrift shopping?
Yeah, it was on 99 copper.
Old man out.
Well, I
Do I have
got 20
socks-
silver in my pocket.
Do I have socks and sandals?
That's up to Sorry. That's like, if you need it, then yes.
What?
I have socks and
Sorry,
sandals.
somebody. There is going to be socks and sandals if you want socks and sandals. Oh, man. He's got like a pink,
No.
a pink polo shirt with like brown khakis that are.
No.
He's
It's not. It's not socks and sandals. It's socks and Crocs.
Something
Big wearing
came through.
Crocs. No.
Thank you for the 100 bits. Thank and for a shopping spree on Midamore. I probably pronounced that incorrectly, but
Macklemore.
thank you so much. And if you want to put down who that's going to go to, we can give a D4 to a cast member.
Does that mean we're allowed to have a shopping episode?
Shopping episode? Shopping episode, I'm
What?
down. Let's do it.
Waterdeep 2 Electric
Macklemore.
Boogaloo.
Macklemore. Okay, cool.
This
Thrift
time we
shopping in.
tell people and steal their clothes.
So, are you going to Waterdeep again? Because I've got Undermountain prepped. I can do that. No, actually, I don't have that prepped. I've deleted all that content because I didn't. We don't need Undermountain in here because it's wrong. But either way,
And our group adventures back to Waterdeep to go shopping.
no. But so, are you heading back to Red Lark or are you heading to the Summer Hills?
think-
That's the question.
Red Lark.
Red
Okay.
Lark, yeah.
What's in Summer Hills for us?
Death.
Yeah.
Yeah. Death.
And death and the only thing the GM has prepped.
Death.
No.
Death is all he
I-
prepped.
I can do the other stuff. I'm going to be a bit. Let's do the other stuff then, because you do need a relaxing campaign. We've had so much stress in this series for like months. It's like yeah.
I wonder what the happy scenario is, guys. Why do I feel like going back to Red Larch is like not happy at all?
A memory.
Because we've
It's got
been
nothing
depressed
to do
and
with fire.
We find out
Nothing at all.
that everyone's been burned to death, and we're just like, oh, and this is the happy scenario.
it's Pompeii Part 2.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Pompeii 2 Electric Boogaloo.
So you spend a couple of days going south, on the North Road, so the long road. You're going south along the long road toward Red Lark. There's foot traffic, there's wagon traffic, as per normal. It's a nice slow journey. It's not relaxing when you get into the Summer Hills because you know that there's danger and you're always on edge anywhere near the Summer Hills. But no, there's no events that happen. And there's no conflicts, there's nothing like that. It's strange because you're so used to conflict. It's like a quietness. As you head into Red Lark, the kids are running around. There's an atmosphere of it's a strange atmosphere you haven't seen for a while, almost of excitement. You also note that there's a couple of businesses which have got closed signs over them.
Oh, no, that's what I was forgetting to. I forgot to open Roll20. That's on me. I'm so sorry.
You forgot to open Roll20.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Fine.
We haven't needed rolls yet. But you go through, as you enter Red Lark, you see some closed signs over some of the stores.
Ooh.
The hole in the middle of the town is finally covered over. And nearby, they look like they're making a... nearby, they look like they're making a stage. Actually, no, probably the stage will probably be best in the market area. There's a little, like, it's a strange happiness in the town, but also you can see at some point, even though there's people with happy, there's also people are very. There's others that are on edge or sad. So it's a different. Like, there's not everyone in the same mood. There's like some extremes going on. I'm guessing that you, on your way through, you pick up some sweets from the bakery.
Yep.
And and at the bakery you asked, what was that?
No!
More cheesy buns. More cheesy buns.
Cheesy buns!
It's Meg's favorite
Of course,
now.
the cheesy buns, yes.
Oh God.
You do the whole cheese full with it every time.
Oh, dear Lord.
And you're informed that like that there's been some stuff going on when in your absence, and there's going to be a Mangobal explains that there's been some arrests going on, but there's going to be a festival, and the new priests thought it'd be a good idea to have a festival of renewal for the town. So although some of the businesses are closed, and there's some serious crimes that have been people arrested for, but we're going to have a festival of renewal, and we're going to have some cooking, we're going to have some games, and like all the children are going to get dressed up and they're going to have some fun. So it's good that you're back. It's good that you're back in town for the festival in the next couple of days. So are you going to be staying?
Crimes. I've never known Red Larch to have a particularly bad crime rate. What's been going on?
The whole well, I'm not supposed to say, but the underneath the town, apparently they were murderers, and they were all rounded up in one night. One of them got away, but I'm sure they'll be tracked down at some point.
Are there any left alive still?
The constable got he waylaid the caravans for a few days, and then he then paid all the caravan guard to act as deputies. So when the locals saw that, no one fought back.
Right.
But there was a few of them. Don't know. I won't go into details because that would be spreading rumors, and that's bad.
But are they in town still, or have they been taken away?
They're in town still, but the constables had to kind of make a makeshift jail, because it's not just like one person you can hang up. You can hang up a drunk for overnight, but you can't really hang up several people like in this case. So to change one of his meat lockers into a makeshift jail.
Do you think it'd be worth questioning them? Anyone?
Maybe. I don't really know.
Well, I think it sounds like a good time for all of us. A little small happy break.
Well, it's going to
Festival?
be. Well, we're going to have a mayor elections as well. We've never had a mayor in the town. We've always just had a town.
Are we allowed to just nominate people?
What is this mayor, and what is the purpose?
Well, you see, in it, and she looks at you, and it looks like at the dirt and the no shoes and the everything's like pauses. In a civilization, in a community,
In a society
thank you,
in which we live.
we have to get along, so we have someone elected, chosen by the members of that society, to then manage things like buildings and other things like that, to have a direction for the town. And
So
to manage
somebody to be your
disputes.
voice.
Yes, and to manage disputes if they come arrive.
I guess that makes sense.
Yes.
Can we nominate people? Are we able to nominate us? Are we allowed to nominate people?
Well, if you would like to.
I would love to.
Can I nominate Rona? Is that okay? I don't know many people here.
Can I overrule that?
The
I would be a fantastic mayor.
The lady like looks at you blankly. Like, who's Arona?
That's me.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
No, you're
Yeah,
so. You have a bread named
It's a
after
nickname.
you.
They're just kidding.
That's a bit awkward.
It's a nickname. It's a party nickname. I got it for killing somebody. You know me.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You're immediately not helping your electoral campaign.
Yes.
Who was going to nominate me? I was going to nominate Kip.
I mean, I guess that's a good campaign, right? That I mean, you're going to kill all the bad people, right? You promote good.
I kill indiscriminately.
You'd nominate me to be.
I nominate you.
A kobold being the mayor of a human settlement. Now that is funny.
That'd be interesting. Wouldn't be the first time I've done something that weird.
Who would vote for me? No one's gonna vote for me. Don't be silly.
I would vote for you.
I know you would.
I wouldn't vote for you. I'm sorry.
You.
I'm just thinking, Meg, like when after them describing like the mayor and things like that, Meg immediately thinks of like the ship captain, and it's like, I don't want any of you guys to be mayor. Like, no.
No, bad. Mayor bad. Captain bad.
Captain bad.
Although, I guess if you were a mayor, you wouldn't be able to leave town because you kind of have to be here to help these dudes. So,
I assume you'd have responsibilities.
Does So really have responsibilities, though?
No, but if she was elected mayor, she would.
I don't think she would. Still, she'd probably leave it to somebody else, right?
In that case, she wouldn't be a very good mayor. That's a delegation. That's... Oh, fuck.
Isn't that how, like, civilization goes anyway at this point? I don't really know.
If I'm being honest, I think I don't want to be anyone else but me for a while.
But which me?
Yeah.
Me, myself, and I.
Oh.
But, you know what? Since we're back in town, why don't Maeve and I have some girl time and go to the bath? And Kip and Meg, you guys can do whatever you guys do. Whatever people under 3 foot tall do.
You should probably clean yourself. I heard Kadan left a lot of soap for you, so we have to really use that up.
Yeah, let's go. And then people under 3 foot can just go do what they want to do. Maeve and I are going to have girl time, which is sharpening swords and talking toxins.
I do like my toxins.
Yeah, I know you do. I'm going to grab Maeve's hand and excitedly just hop to the bath.
Maeve willingly just goes along because at this point, there's no way of saying no.
We can make it a grapple roll, but
I know. Oh no, she's just gonna go along because she actually is like, yeah, this is normal.
Okay. So yeah, as you said, making Kip stand there awkwardly.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go do some drills. I'll see you later.
Okay.
I gotta go do stuff. I'll ditch you, Lou, and see you later.
It's literally like a stepdad getting with the kid alone for the weekend.
Oh
Well, Kip has a lot on his mind right now, so it's not just ditch you later, but it's kind of like I don't know. It's
just the way you said it just made it sound like bye, peace out, have fun.
Do whatever you do, man. I'm gonna do my own stuff.
Here's the keys to the house. Lock it up on your way out.
I'm gonna go back to the inn. Is it that we stay at?
Well, it's empty, yes.
What?
Yeah.
That's where I was going as well. So I was just like, bye, and then we walk the same direction.
It's super atmosphere.
Oh god.
Yeah.
It just gets worse and worse. And then you'd both try to like go after you through the door, but then you end up going at the same time and getting stuck. And it just gets worse.
We end up like being like, oh, we're
No,
just gonna do our own thing, but like hanging out together anyway.
No, I get there like a minute before you, and I just hold the door open awkwardly for way too long.
It's just like a mess.
Oh my god.
Worst charisma's in the party, just hanging out. Oh wait, no, Meg has a good charisma. Never mind.
Everyone likes Meg.
Yes, everyone likes
And
Meg,
I've
but
actually
Meg's not
got
a talker.
14, so it's not bad.
Meg has baby energy, and that is like the best.
It's
That's what
funny
your
because
charisma adds up to, is just baby energy. It's like, mama, are you my mama energy? That's what he has. Baby bird energy.
what's really funny is that Ava actually also has a good charisma. She just doesn't talk to people very well.
Everyone's intentionally awkward. The party.
Woo.
Alright, I'm gonna go with Maven to the bath and request all the oils, all the scents, all the everything.
Yep.
And it's gonna be a process of cleaning literally like thigh length hair because again, Ava and her thigh length hair. Because I'm
And
awful.
all
So
the
it's-
dirt and all the.
Oh my god.
So I was having a blast pulling out twigs. It's very cathartic playing with somebody's hair. So she's just going through the twigs and leaves.
And untangling the beaver tail.
It's that Rapunzel like moment when she's getting her hair braided. It's just like, you know, you're having fun, just hopscotching her hair around everywhere.
So, May, I have something I wanted to talk about.
Okay, what is it?
Well, you briefly mentioned it back at the little halfling house. I was wondering, what did you mean by starting over again?
Oh. That's a long story, but
Well, lucky for you, I love stories.
well, let's see where to begin. I think I've mentioned it a few times, but I don't know who my real parents are, correct?
I believe you said something about wolves.
Sort of. So I had, I guess, at some point, I assume, elven or mother or father, human mother or father. I'm not really sure. Don't know which. But my mother, and she air quotes, wasn't exactly, how could you say, kind? Or very nice at all. The woman I grew up with was very stern, very far away, I guess you could say. She didn't really know how to talk to people, didn't really bother with niceties. I grew up in the very far away woods in a small shack where I was told that magic was all we needed and we didn't really interact with people. It wasn't until later in my life, child years, sometime maybe around 11, 12, I can't really remember, but I discovered something that wasn't so good and left, ran away, started over. I didn't really know where to go. I ran away, and I think that's where my first contact with civilization really was, and I didn't like it. Though that's not really people's fault. A small scared child running around, waving magic around and not knowing how the world works isn't really what most common folk, I think, are used to. I think I scared a lot of people. I was scared of them. Through a child's eyes, of course. The world's scary.
It really is.
And I ran from there to the Sword Mountains. I've never left there. I don't know much about the world as it is. I've learned from myself and nature itself. That's all I've ever been taught. So, in a way, yes, starting over a lot.
So I was gonna give her a hug from behind. And it's awkward because they're both like soapy and wet. So it's just a weird like, and I don't know if you've like given a child a bath, but like it's so weird the skin contact because it's like it just you stick to each other and it's unpleasant. So she's gonna give her a hug and then release. And she's like, if it helps, I also ran away. Albeit I was much older, but I still ran away. And there's nothing wrong with starting over, because then you get to choose who you want to be.
My sentiments exactly. It wasn't really my choice in the end, but I preferred starting over. It was a good thing in the end. I learned for myself what I want to be.
And if you never started over, you would have never met us. And aren't we great?
This is true. Though also if I didn't start over, I'd probably be dead.
That is also an option. I think I would have been dead too. I don't know. But where aren't those people anymore? We're new people. We're Mava and Arona. Two, I think are we the only ones here? God? Goblin God?
Yeah. What? You're the only
Goblin
one
God, are we?
Two adults in a giant pool. This seems right.
Nothing wrong with it seems. I know I seem very distant. I'm not really used to people, so I will try my best as I can.
I don't think anyone in this party is.
You'd be correct there. I think Meg doesn't know how to talk to people either, and Kip is... Kip.
Kip's grown a lot. He has grown a lot. You should have seen when we first met. He was adorable and shy, and then after a while, he was a little bit angry all the time, and now he's still kind of angry, but you know it means he's sweet and he cares.
I think it's the weight of the world getting to us at the moment. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
It'll get better. Things always usually do.
We can only hope it'll get better. It's not a guarantee.
This is true. No promises, but let's do our best.
Hey, Mava?
Mhm.
There's a spider egg sac in your hair. What do I do with this?
I think that's Marco. He's very nice. He's pulls like a spider egg sack through her hair, like, oh, it's his baby. Throws it away. She like gently places.
You calling me a spider?
Actually, it's funny because I have a spider named Marco in my bathroom right now because my friend named it.
Okay.
I asked my friend to name a spider in my bathroom, and she came up with Marco, and I was like, that's not awkward, but sure. Hi, Marco. He just peeps on me in the shower. It's fine.
Well, shit. I should roll a draw for my backup character then.
Yeah. I will totally.
He has a friend named George as well.
I thought you would have, yes.
Marco and George are in my bathroom right now. It's fine.
Not a surprise to me.
It's like maybe just pulls the spider eggs
So-
out of her hair.
Kip, you do have the chat dice, by the way, of the D4.
Oh, cool.
It did come through.
Thank you.
So it was like getting and all that. Certainly, yeah, getting that organised. But yes. So the baths are essentially smelly and take a long time. What's Kip doing apart from like anything but drills? Just keeping himself occupied?
He's basically gone up to his room and is just deep in thought.
Okay.
He's looking back over his maps, and he's making marks, and he's thinking.
Yep.
And he's just,
So
What time of day is it?
And
it'll be about midday-ish.
Midday?
Yeah.
Oh, I figured the girls are going to be hungry when they get back, so Meg, out of habit, starts making food.
Starts cooking. Meg hasn't been warned about the kitchens in here. No one's actually told Meg about the
yeah.
kitchens.
I forgot about the kittens in here.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong with the kitchens?
They have a tendency of burning.
You're about to find out.
The kitchen itself, we find out, is the leader of the fire cult.
The kitchens haven't been used for a while, and they've been doing barbecues outside because the kitchens have a tendency of setting on fire.
Yeah, no one warned me, so Meg's just
No
gonna
one
like.
does.
Is that one thing like Meg might have noticed?
No,
Like, kind of been like, oh, this looks dusty.
it's like it hasn't been used for a while, and I think you've done it yourself. You've used them recently because, as you said, you out of habit whenever you're with the party, you just do the cooking because that's
Do cooking and cleaning and stuff
Yeah.
because it's just.
So it's not dusty. It just hasn't been used for a while. Like not since you've done it. Halfway through your cooking, well, at the end of your cooking because this is going to stop your cooking, the wall starts on fire. And you don't know how it caught, but it's like the fire just like spread to the wall really quickly, and you didn't expect it. It's like it's really bad design.
Water.
In his room, Kip's pouring. Oh, it smells like mahogany. Shit, the end's mahogany.
I like that girl time is water and dude time is just starting a fire in her in.
Just some kind of water bucket nearby or
Yeah.
something.
Yep.
Yes.
Normally used for food, but like straight on the wall.
And it just sets up. It was like really quick, and you know, just like that little bit of inattention. It's like what, and then yeah. So Kip rushes down
Kip
3
is-
flights of stairs.
Kip is downstairs, mage armor activated, swords drawn, saying, I knew they'd come. I knew they'd come. It was just a matter of time. Where's the fire cult?
You can,
Oh,
Where are they?
smell. You can sit like down the stairs. There's smoke coming from the kitchens.
I have a question. Did the water bucket do anything?
Yes, it took a. Yeah,
It's
removed
gone.
the fire,
Okay.
but there was enough smoke, and there was like it was just this really quick and just set on fire. Yeah. So a little bit of backstory before Meg came in. There was a long period where the kitchens weren't used. They were doing barbecues every night outside because, yeah, there's a lot of fires that happen in this kitchen.
Oh, okay. It's just a poor
Why?
fine kitchen.
There's schematics upstairs for building a whole new tavern,
Yeah.
which you're
Seeing
supposed to look at.
Kip come down and like it's like, oh, the kitchen caught a light, but I put it out.
So on edge.
I'm sorry.
God. No, it's fine. It's not your fault. It's my fault. I should have remembered. The kitchen's just doesn't work. It's why as you know now.
Oh, all right. I'll keep it in mind.
We always used to do barbecues. Instead, there's a fire pit outside and some like a grill that you can just hang over the fire on like some brick plinths.
Okay.
I just sorry, and I put my scimitars away and like I'm sorry. I'm really on edge. Yeah, you'll know where to find me. And he just kind of wanders back upstairs, kind of in a bit of a tiz.
Mr. Kip.
Yeah, just Kip, please, Meg.
Kip.
Yeah.
I was thinking about what you were talking about the other day.
Yeah.
Is it okay to be someone that is it okay to not just be what other people want you to be?
Of course. I mean, look at me. If people, of course. You know, people like us, they don't want us to be around at all. They want us to not exist, but we exist, and so by our very existence, we are already defining what they want. So why not just take it the next step? So, sorry, that was the wrong thing to say. You can be. One thing I've learned is that who you are, you don't need to be. I don't know how to formulate the words. No, you don't need to be what other people expect you to be. And in fact, to be honest, you shouldn't, because nobody expects anything of us. And that's equal parts liberating and equal parts frustrating, because you can be whoever you want to be. I lived in my warren. We lived in the Sword Mountains, and kobold societies are very. Do you know what collectivistic means?
No.
It means the individual doesn't matter. It's everyone is for the benefit of the warren. You know, you as an individual don't matter. So you hatch out of your egg, and then you are designated to be a scout or a brood mother, or if you're lucky enough to be born with magic, a sorcerer, or a leader if you have more powerful dragon's blood in you. So, and that for kobolds, that's all they ever are. So me, I was a scout, and I ran away. I decided I don't want to be what they want me to be. I want to be an individual. I want to be, I want to exist for myself, and not just for the benefit of, all the other, because you're sacrificed. You can be sacrificed as a kobold. Even in the kobold society, you don't matter, which is, I guess, but it carried it. So, and then when it came to, so of course you can be whoever you want to be, because fuck everyone else, essentially.
How do you know
How do I know
what you want to be?
Meg, I don't know what I want to be. I don't know. And that almost means I can be whatever I am. So I wanted to be, for the longest time, I wanted to be an elf. If you can believe that. Because it was jealousy. It was jealousy that, I was the most downtrodden race, and then they were the most aloof, most respected, elegant, powerful people. I wanted that. I wanted to be that. But, short of, some very, very powerful magic, which I couldn't even fathom, that's not going to happen. And I don't want it to happen anymore, just so we're clear. I'm happy in my own skin, in my own scales, but I can use magic that no kobold is, magic that's should be a very elvish magic, and no kobold's ever done that as far as I know. And so that's kind of my way of, even though I'm restricted, I've still been able to have a little taste of what I wanted, because it's a mess. It really is a mess. But all right, okay. Enough about me. What do you want? I've talked about me too much. What do you want? You don't. When you think of yourself, and just, what do you think of when you think Meg?
someone who works to help other people.
Okay, so you like helping other people. That's a great start. So, is that something you enjoy doing?
I've enjoyed it a little bit more lately than normally.
Good, because so if you want to help people, and is that truly what you want to do, or is that what you've been told you should do?
I don't know.
Okay, fuck. I'm not qualified for this.
Kip's not a therapist.
No, I'm really not.
And tell me how that makes you feel.
So okay, so you've so you were a performer for other people, right?
Yes, you could
And
say that.
so I'm gonna assume, because just from how I've seen you, you also did the dirty work. You cooked, you cleaned, and you did all that stuff for other people, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I don't know, that's gonna be, you're gonna have to think about if that's what you want. You're gonna have to think about if that's if you were to, okay, say I gave you 1,000 platinum right now, what would you do with it?
I, I don't know.
Well, all right, so what would you?
This is a lot of money, sir.
Well, that's why. That's why. So, what would you do? I want you to think about this. What would you do with 1,000 platinum?
I'd
If it's any help, do you know what I would do?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I would do. I would buy a mansion in Waterdeep, and I would turn it into a school for people like us. That's what I would do. I would teach people. I would teach people like us to be, and try and bridge that gap between the civilized and the monsters. That's what I would do. So, and that's because for me, I guess what I want is I want the injustice to end. I want people like us to be able to be normal members of the world at large, instead of hiding in caves and in leather tents and mud huts. I want us to be able to walk the streets of great cities and do trade, and because, I mean, you know, it's a pipe dream, and who knows, I may never ever see 1,000 platinum, but that's what I would do. So I'm not gonna ask you for an answer right now, but think about it. Think about what you would do with 1,000 platinum, and the answer you think of will probably tell you what you want. And from there, you can go on and pursue that. All right.
Thank you.
It's fine. I've had a lot of time to think about these kind of things. So yeah, it's, anyway. let me help you clean up the kitchen.
Oh,
And
thank you. And
and scene, I guess.
we're gonna go clean the kitchen. A couple of midgets struggling.
Couple of small
Little
characters, little people.
Little people.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I can't say that.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, so the day passes, or not the full day passes, but time passes, and you get back together. In the bathhouse though? Do you actually talk to the owners of the bathhouse at all, or just talk to each other?
I'd say we talk to each other mainly, but So, being the social butterfly she is, would eventually wander over and say, "Hey, what's going on? How have you guys been?"
Okay, so Helena, I can never get her name. Helia is the owner of the bathhouse. She also, we don't really touch on it, but she's also got a clothing store, but it's mainly the bathhouse, which you guys are only caring about.
Wait, there's a clothing store in Red Larch, and So never knew.
There's actually two clothing
never-
stores, but you don't even, because it was always Kadan was like, I don't care about the clothing, but do you like clean the clothing, and can I have a bath?
That's right.
But we've never really approached the fact that yes, it's actually a clothing store. They also have baths instead of it's a bathhouse. Oh yeah, by the way, there's also a clothing store attached out the front, which you walk through to get in there. Yeah. So it's Halia actually says, "Oh, have you heard? There's so much excitement going on. We're going to have elections. We're going to have a mayor finally, and we're going to have a festival to forget about all the bad people that are no longer in town and that are going to be going away. It's so exciting, and we've got a new priest, and she thinks that." She thinks the festival is the best way of doing it. Who knew Lyra would be such a happy god?
This new priest, I haven't heard much about her. What's the gossip?
Well, she's a priestess of Lyra, so she's like all happy and yeah, she's all about she's really been pushing this festival as the best idea of just banishing the old demons and getting rid of the bad things and the bad people, and so we can just celebrate anew, and this will be the birth of Red Lark, which I think is quite old, but it's a rebirth, I think she was calling it. She comes across as someone that's spent time in the bardic colleges of Waterdeep, but not like that other person. She's not as dreamy as Driscoll was. Oh, Driscoll, he had a voice like an angel, and only charged me 15 gold for the performances. Which
Yeah, Driscoll's something.
You got ripped off.
Girl got ripped.
Yeah.
Well,
But I'd hopefully I would ask for your vote, of course, for the elections. Of course, I'm.
oh, you're running?
I'm running. Yes, there's only a few of us running. There's not as many statesmen in town anymore. Yes, the mishappenings.
Daggers or kidnap.
No, not kidnapped.
Oh, God, okay.
Arrested. Yes.
I'm scared.
Yes.
Ava's just over here enjoying the feel of her silky hair because it's all perfect now.
And it's almost an entirely female affair. The candidates, Endrith Volivar is the only man running, but who's gonna vote for that old man? It's just, from what he's saying, I don't think he even wants to. But he's one of the oldest gentlemen in town, and he's got any right to be nominated and to be a mayor. He may even do a good job if he doesn't die of old age first.
Oh, you're so bad.
Salt.
That tea dropped.
And of course there's Mangabal Lowen. I don't think she's Well, I know she's not interested at all. She's just trying to get to the fame. And speaking of which, Megala, Talna, the other clother in town, she's just trying to get my business. I know she's going to be mayor. She's going to try to run me out of town, but she doesn't know that the bars are just so happen to be the best gossip in town. And it's always nice to know all the gossip of your competitors.
Well, don't
Conniving.
tell anybody.
Of
But I
course.
heard a certain. Of course, I know my secret's safe with you. I heard a member of our adventuring party is going to run, but you didn't hear it from me, okay?
Are you able to? You do realise that you'll need to stay in town from that point on. It's a full-time position.
I just heard one of the members are dropping out. I don't know which one, but it's
Ooh.
been talked amongst the party. But again, this secret stays with you, okay?
Yeah,
Maybe
I'd-
just over
I
here,
would-
like,
I would very much advise against it. It's going to be a lot of work. I would tell your friends that it'd be a lot of work, and there'd be it like you wouldn't be enjoyed. Like people would hate you because it's going to be a lot of tough decisions. A lot of tough decisions. I mean, we're going to have taxes, and you'll be the person that's responsible. That person will be the person responsible for taxes, and they'll be hated. I really wouldn't. Like, I would tell you.
I never said I was running.
Well, I would hope
Maybe
not,
just
because
over here pouring different
such
things
a
into the
lovely-
bathtub.
Such a lovely girl. I wouldn't want you to be disliked in town.
That's the DM saying nar.
Actually, it's also it's not just the DM saying no. She's really, really bitchy.
Oh yeah, she's a candidate. So she's like,
Competition.
She's a
Shit.
candidate.
Yeah, no, she's a candidate and she finds me a threat.
She's a bad best friend because she's that friend who's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm totally on your side," but no, I'm not actually.
No,
So, was
no,
I not
that's
playing
the
up the
tease,
bitchiness
yes.
enough?
no, you did it perfectly. I read it. So read it. It was fine. Well,
You need to get
it's
a cup
just
of
a
tea
real-
and just be like, so I heard.
oh, I have a little novelty teacup, and you guys can't see me sip out of it, so there's no point.
Oh.
Anyway, well, it's just something I heard, just a little rumor. Wouldn't want it spreading around the grapevine. But me and Maven need to go. I'm pretty sure Kip and Meg probably killed something. So bye, and gonna get out. I'm just gonna
something?
get out.
And you leave?
Rona's
Yeah,
leaving,
exactly.
so Maven's just dumping out different oils into a bathtub, just being like, "I wonder what this is." Like, I don't know what this is.
It's
Pick
like,
this thing up.
when you go. It's like putting all the bath bombs in. Just
Miss So, are you paying for this one?
Of course,
just
and
like-
I leave.
She's bored.
I throw.
Just like, I wonder what this is.
She's having fun. Of course, I'm paying for her.
Okay. It's actually going to cost because it's the bath oils which are the expense because they're rare oils. Yeah. So it'll probably be about 15 gold,
It's
which
not,
was
that's
nothing to you,
fine.
but for
Oh yeah.
for a bathhouse, that's probably the most you ever heard them actually charge. So we're
I round it up and make it 20. I
we're
give her
gonna
20
have
gold.
a quick break because we've got vacuuming happening, and so we'll have a quick break. It's about the right time anyway, and we'll come back to do more about the elections and this festival that's happening. Because hey, let's do a festival, ad lib, awesome.
oh.
And yes, I have been doing. The reason why I haven't been looking at the camera and looking at everyone because I have been doing all this. So yes, we'll be back soon. So stick around. Thanks for coming in and thanks for the donations. And that vacuum's getting louder and louder. Okay, welcome back to the channel. Sorry about delay. Yes, Peach, you're muted. You can speak to Sky quickly. I'm just doing this. So welcome back. We're trying to get back into the show, and because that conversation went really weird. But yeah, okay. So we are back in Red Lark in the afternoon, having slightly burnt food for lunch.
Only slightly.
Only slightly. It's burnt and wet, so it's really weird. It's like smoked and wet at the same time. And soggy.
I fixed it.
Interesting. Interesting take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the plan? We'll try that music off. There we go. What's the plan for the next couple of days? And who are you nominating, or who are you actually looking at even electing or putting your vote towards, maybe? Or
Kip is not paying the slightest bit of attention to the election. He's not paying attention. He's not voting. He's basically he's a filthy non-voter because it's done.
So,
That is a sin.
That's a sin.
and yet in some
It's
countries
illegal
that's
here in
illegal.
Australia. You get a fine.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, what do you do if you hate all the main party candidates that are currently running? UK.
Smiley face.
You go in, you put down that you voted because they sign you off, and then you get the thing. You stand at the booth, and then you hand it an empty electric paper.
It's possible to
Anyway.
to avoid.
I mean,
but yes.
I thought we were all gonna vote for the bitchy lady.
Starting
doesn't
a
work.
rumor and using her actor feet to make her voice sound different every time, like in crowds, just slipping it by. And it's like, I heard one of the adventuring party is running. I heard one, and listen, it's been a while. So to make chaos. It's been a while. She's going to create a little chaos and just throws that around, even on her way back to the end.
God.
Okay.
I want to point out that there's like only one really good candidate in our group, and everyone else it's just like, wait, is it that goblin? Is it the kobold? Is it the weird half-elf girl over there who looks like she's just carried herself in mud everywhere? I hope not. Hope none of these people.
Did you get out of the bath and then just literally roll in a puddle?
I mean, not yet. Not yet.
Soon.
She's gonna let Rona enjoy the fact that she's had all the girl time and it's all clean and it's fun. And then
Arona braided flowers into her hair because she does that with every party member at least once.
aw,
Except-
Joke's on
Kip.
you. Kip doesn't have hair.
Yeah.
we can make him have hair.
But she tried to like put them under
please
the
no.
scales, so they stuck out, but it just was bad.
Ugh.
No. She'd probably like twist one around the horn and do like mini flower crowns around the horns.
Yeah, we'll say
Meg
that.
has a wig.
What?
Is it snatched?
Is your
No,
wig
it's-
snatched?
Because mine is right now.
Wait, Meg is wearing a wig.
No, Meg has a wig.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, I thought Meg's hair was a wig. I was gonna be like, what?
What?
No,
Oh
it
my
is
God.
for one of his costumes.
The biggest bamboozle ever. Meg has a wig on. Meg's like some 50-year-old man, actually.
I can't remember how old Meg is.
An adult.
Some adult age. Yeah.
An adult, and you're all treating him like children. He's 10.
He's dead.
Which is adult for Goblin.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's like 40 in Goblin years.
Oh my God. Meg's actually the oldest member of the party.
I think Kip's like 15.
That was in her 20s.
Ava's in her 20s.
I think
We're all
Adan was
young
even in his 20s.
runaways.
Robold was the oldest.
think.
Robold was the oldest.
I don't remember where I put Mavis' age. I didn't even
And-
write it in her character sheet.
And
No, Vervain was the oldest.
yes,
yeah, he
the
was like
Vane's of course the
200.
oldest. Yes.
Oh, Mavis 20.
And I think Ward was the baby.
Ward was the baby.
Ward was the baby in the nappy.
Just put all
But
that there.
okay. So Can I get a performance or a deception, or what would it be for spreading rumors?
A rumors check.
Deception, I would guess.
Make a rumor check.
Wait, there's a song about rumors. I forget. It was by Adele. Rumor has it. There we go. Anyway,
I just think of Umbrella Academy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I heard a rumor.
I miss Umbrella Academy. Anyway, it can be either performance or deception.
I think it's just well. It has to be
Performance
deception
to throw
'cause it is a
voice.
Deception. Okay.
lie. Yeah.
I'm equally good at both. Ignore the advantage. It's 15. sorry. The double 15s caught me off guard.
Inside voice. It's 15. It's not. It's 15.
No, it's
Ah.
15. It's definitely 15.
It's totally 15. It's both 15s. Yes. So you don't know how much it's going to take to spread a room. It's a small village though. Well, it's a small town really. But it's going to take multiple rolls to keep up the rumor. You do know that the festival is going to be in 2 days, so not tomorrow, but the next day.
I like the idea of doing this, and she's just constantly disappearing. Maeva's just stopping to look for her, and it's just like, oh look, there she is again. And then just finds her again, and she's like, where'd she go again?
I'll spread one. I'll roll each day to spread the rumor more.
Okay.
I assume we make it back to the end.
Yes, there's no big troubles. Actually, can I get a perception roll for Maeva while you're doing this?
Perception roll.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, good. Advantage isn't toggled, so good. Perception. Also a 15.
That's right. Maeva also sees everything anyway, with the passive perception of into the 20s. As you're walking through town, and then So goes off and starts talking to people, or starts just talking. Seems to be talking to herself as she's walking past, but in different voices. You just notice at the corner of your eye that there's behind some of the buildings, some children run past with sticks, and they just seem to be up to no good.
With sticks. Up
Yes.
to no good.
But when I say run past, it's like as if they were looking to see if anyone sees them, then they run, and then like that type of up to no good type of.
Maybe just kind of like looks at this, kind of tilts her head as So like comes back. She's like, Arona, should we maybe check and see if those kids are up to nothing bad?
What?
There were kids over there looking kind of shifty. Maybe we should check it out. They had sticks.
We should get Kip first and Meg, because I know this will brighten up somebody's day. Let's go, and then we'll follow them.
Sounds good.
Okay. So you go back to the hotel, or sorry, to the inn, to have your soggy smoked lunch. And to say that there's some kids doing some things. Is that it? I don't know.
Saw some weird kids looking kind of shifty.
Oh
50
god,
kids.
don't worry about them. They get
Come
into all
on,
sorts of
it's
trouble.
been a while. Can't we check up on them?
I don't get that. Is there some reason that they're shifty?
They like to think themselves as adventurers, and they get into trouble. And last time they staged a mock fight
Against each other?
us.
Oh,
I call them. Well, I've never actually said this. They're little. I call them Dagger Juniors.
did you hurt them or anything? I don't.
No, they're
okay.
We didn't. The dwarf Robold fed them 100% proof alcohol. So that was not good.
But we didn't get in trouble, so it's fine.
It's not fine. That was the opposite of fine. That kid was throwing up so much.
And he learned not to take drinks from mostly strangers.
Or dwarves.
Well, that's an interesting lesson to learn. But should we check it out, I guess, or just leave them to their business?
Let's go check it out, please, please, please.
don't you think all of this is a bit of a distraction? I don't. You know, I was so unsure of what I wanted to do, but coming back here and seeing all these people enjoying themselves despite everything, it's made me want to, well, protect them. And I while we're sitting here enjoying a festival, or chasing after children, or playing in like local politics, the enemy's just getting stronger. They're recuperating, and I'm on edge all the time. I can't sleep at night because I'm worried that any day they're just gonna come charging through town, and I don't know what we're doing just sitting around here chasing children. I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel. There's work to be done, and I feel coming back here has incensed me to actually get going and take these people out because they're a threat. And I don't know how deep it goes. I mean, with those arrests, the whole reason we're having this election is because like significant members of this town were arrested for participating in these, or presumably participating in these activities. I don't know how deep it goes, so we've got to tear this leech out
What
before it
about?
destroys the entire valley. I'm sorry,
Aren't we
but
going to go check out that sinkhole?
We could do, yeah. I just can't relax at the moment. I cannot relax at the moment. If you want to, by all means, go ahead. But there's just so much on my mind.
Kip?
Yeah.
Sweet Kip?
Yes.
I'm not downplaying anything. You're absolutely right. And to be fair, I'm scared. But while the enemy is recuperating, I think it's perfectly fair if we do too. We're allowed to have a little fun, even if it's very brief. It's good to remember what we're fighting for. And yes, we should be practicing. And yes, we should be training and swinging swords and battling until our hands are in a permanent shape of in the hilt of a sword. That's not wrong. But I think
Shut up.
we're Cat, please.
Shut up.
So much going on.
Google. I'm sorry. I'll be back.
Now, Terp, can you stop biting me? You have food. Sorry, I'm getting bit on the shoulder. We're allowed to have fun. We can't let them take that from us. You know that, right? They can't take the Kip who likes to train kids. Oh, and they can't take away the So who likes to cause a little bit of chaos.
I don't know. I don't know. I'll try. Okay, I'll try. But we've got to make a move, and we've got to make a move soon, because
let's enjoy today, and we'll worry about that when we get done enjoying today. I promise.
Okay.
I'll even spar with you. I'll let you win.
Don't do that. I have bad memories of other people letting me win.
All right.
Don't.
Sorry. I forgot.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's
spar, and I'll kick your ass.
That's better.
Not to interrupt either, but we have also spent the last couple of weeks fighting fires. Lots of fires. Very much so. I think I've almost singed my hair a lot. Not that it matters, I guess, but really.
You want to share that just a little off the top? I'm very good at cosmetics. You can ask if I turned into a baby dragon.
We'll see about it maybe later when the festivities are done. I don't really know. I've never really done anything with my hair, so.
It'll be fun. I do stuff with my hair all the time. But
looks
anyway,
at
let's
long
go chase
silky
those
hair.
children.
Oh.
All right. I'll follow.
I'm leading the charge.
Ava's gonna just turn into a cat and jump on your shoulder.
It's not fun. Their claws digging. But I'm
Digs into
taking
you.
it. Just gonna pet Mavis' head, and as we walk, as we march, sneaky.
Best way to blend in. Blend in as an animal.
Yep.
I think one of those children threw cats at us before.
That's the thing.
Well, this time
Yeah.
you're gonna throw a cat at them. How does it feel? Throws a cat. It turns into a woman.
That's how you give children
Nightmares.
best memories.
I
You
think
give
the
them
ni-
nightmares.
I think the nightmares was the alcohol from Robold.
Yeah, that was.
I don't
that was
know.
rough.
You tell stories of animals that come in the middle of the night to turn into like creatures and steal you away, and then it's like, oh hey, here's a cat, throws it at you, and it turns into Maeva, and there's this scary witchy woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, they terrify you for the rest of your life.
So as you heading out the back, you say, well, the you can actually head out the front door finally of the tavern. Like the actual pit has been covered up. You can head out the front door. So which direction are you going? Are you going north to where you thought saw the children, or you just trying to explore and try to find anyone?
I would assume where Maeva saw them originally, and kind of follow from there the trail.
So pretty much behind the buildings on the map. So behind
Yep.
the buildings over here. And they'll try not to be seen between the buildings. So as you go past there, you can find, well, you can't see anyone. And there's no one nearby. You're certainly just out of sight of the street. But you can't see any children around. They were headed to the north, though.
North, as in like where that like pit area is.
As in towards the pit.
Go to the pit, the quarry that we unionized.
Let's
and
go to that
then-
quarry.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go to the edge of the quarry and you can see a large group of children. More children that you've ever seen well, it's not more children that you've ever seen before, but it seems like all the town's children. You've dealt with small groups before, and you see the similar people, like the same ones we've dealt with, and they seem to be in charge, and they seem to be talking to everybody else, and almost as if they're unionizing or arranging them. Some of them have
We started an army.
many of them have sticks.
Dumbledore's army.
Some of them have bags, and you can see in the bags, you can see that the bags that they're trying to arrange and hand out to the others have got it's got charcoal in them, and maybe charcoal dust that they're putting into the bags, and they're scraping up and giving to some of the others. And you can't really hear or listen into what they're saying unless you get really close. But they're certainly in the quarry. There's no adults around. The quarry is totally shut down. But they're in there and they're using it as their base of operations for something.
Okay then.
So half of those kids were trained by Kip,
Not
Yeah.
half.
and then the other half of those kids, a small group of them were.
Yeah, it's the small core group you've had interactions with. But we're talking more like 20, 25, maybe even 30 children.
And some of those kids have been trained by So to cause as much chaos as they can.
Yeah.
They're little agents of chaos.
Yeah.
So I don't trust anything these little shits are doing. So how should we approach this?
So you're pretty much at the edge of the essentially of the quarry. So it's quite a steep drop. Are you going to try to hide your presence? Are you going to try to sneak closer? Or are you just going to go, yeah, we'll leave this to someone else?
I think we just watch for now.
Okay.
Unless anyone else wants
Can I
any
see closer
objections.
to see if I can hear him better?
You would have to essentially you would have to go into the quarry and sneak in. So you'd actually need to get really close.
So, here, use this wisely, and I will cast invisibility on Sir.
That's so much power.
I was just gonna ask you to send Kanto. So I got invisibility?
Yep.
Is what I'm hearing?
Yep.
All right, I
Oh, no.
am jumping down. Time for Poppins invisible.
And you can jump off.
So it lasts an hour.
You don't
What's-
really know, but you heard some steps towards the quarry, like off the edge itself, and then nothing.
So because Maeva's on her shoulder,
doesn't affect
Oh,
There's
is
a- there's
Mava
a-
coming along for the ride?
I was like,
There's
she's
there's
just
a
gonna
floating
dip
cat
into your clothing, like your jacket, and hide under your jacket, basically.
I don't know if that hides you.
No.
Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it is on the target's person. If I'm underneath her jacket,
No.
technically, right?
You're a sentient no. I'm not going to give a free invisible if you're carried by someone else.
Well,
And say in
wanna
addition,
jump off.
maybe. Yeah, you feel
Mava's
like,
along for the ride.
like the instant is.
I mean-
is that the invisible and the person that you're on, Arona, just disappears, and then you feel Arona about to run off the cliff.
Maybe I can still see you.
looks at you like, ow, jumps down.
Maybe gonna jump off in time.
I mean,
Ow.
cat, sure. She's just gonna jump
Yeah.
in, like, sit on the edge.
Yeah,
Cats
so
always
you
land
can
on
jump
my
off on
feet.
time because the float's going to be a slow float, like going down.
I imagine there's somewhere she can just perch and just enjoy being a cat.
What is everyone else doing? Are you hiding or are you just
I'm just hiding and watching.
I think we're all just gonna hide.
okay? So can I get a hide roll from the two that aren't invisible and Mava being a cat? I don't need a hide roll for because a cat is just a cat.
And he knows where it's at.
She's just basically gonna prowl around and pretend like she's a cat. Just prowl the perimeter.
Yeah, but if the cat has a hat on, then that's a bit different.
Yeah,
Mava could probably actually go up to them, and a bunch of the kids would be like, "Ooh, kitty!"
Wow, that's a two.
Honestly, yeah. Technically, she
Plus 10
could.
to stealth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bards, man.
Yeah, bards, rogues, goblins. So you are fortunate that you are at a distance and you can just, it's mostly just putting your head down as low as possible to keep an eye on things, but to not be standing up and going, oh, look what's down there.
Pretty much, yeah.
So as you float down, you feel almost invincible being invisible. You've never had this. You don't even have to bother about being stealthy. Like you will need to with the quiet walking, but like you feel like, oh my god, this is so much power. You could steal so much being invisible. Yeah.
God.
So are you going to go towards the children, or are
Gonna
you
take
just
some
going
candy
to?
for some babies.
I was going to say, are you going to go towards the children, or are you just going to go into the town and
I'm
rob
just gonna go
people?
up to the kids and just listen.
Okay. Can I get a stealth check? It's with advantage.
The children.
With advantage, it's more the sound of walking on the quarry because it's still it's stone and dirt, like it's loose gravel, like that type of.
What is with
Yeah.
my dice?
Second double. So as you get into the crowd of children, you get close to them, and like there's a few conversations going on. Are you going towards those children which you are familiar with, or those that you're not familiar with? The majority of those are ones you're not familiar with.
I'm gonna go to the ones I'm more familiar with because I feel like they're the ones causing the most shit right now.
Okay.
The other ones are just tag-alongs.
So the next part is, are you going towards the ones that So is familiar with and So trained, or that...
The ones that So are familiar with.
That's
The
what
ones that... The ones... I'm sorry. I want the ones that look like they're leading right now.
Yeah, that's the one. So yes, that
Yeah, I want to go to So's kids.
yeah. So
So's
is the
little
one
agents.
responsible for this.
Yep.
So you bypass the children off to the side who are sword fighting with their sticks, and move towards those that are talking to the others, to the majority of the children there. And it's quickly apparent that they are planning an attack.
Do I know on who?
They haven't said any. Haven't said any names, but it is also quickly apparent that they are attacking the festival.
I'm not.
And you know,
I love my chitlins.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna let them ruin this for people.
Yeah.
People need a solid, good thing. So, as stealthily as I can, I'm going to pick up one of the bags of charcoal and dump it on one of the kids.
Are
Do I
you
have to roll
dumping it or throwing it?
Just dumping it on like one of the kids.
Okay. That does make an attack, though.
I don't want to attack the kids.
Well, that'll reveal yourself.
That's fine.
So you know that you've seen these charcoal balls before. When you first initially came into town, where if you throw it at a hard substance, they will just explode in a black fine powder of darkness, of charcoal. It's their version of a darkness spell.
Can I squish it in my hands then? Right on top of.
So you're just like dribbling it over and like pouring. Yep.
You gotta just cover your hands in it, and you can just do the Death Stranding thing where just handprints appear everywhere.
Oh my god.
I was just gonna squish it on them and let it floof out.
So you want to explode it?
Yeah, I want to explode it.
Yeah. That's what I meant by like throwing it at someone, then it explodes. But yes, you're going to explode it. As you explode it, you essentially they're the center of attention as you explode it. And suddenly all these children, like a darkness surrounds all these children. From above, you see this blackness erupt of like just this mist explode over like the majority of the children. The ones on the side that were sword fighting, they look and they run and they scream. The ones in the middle of it, all you can hear are screams and panic. And from above, you can just see blackened children running out of this mist. They can't they're just covered in soot, covered in charcoal dust and soot. And like they're wiping their eyes and they're screaming, they're running, and they just run out of the quarry. The others, like some of the other soldiers that are sword fighting, they move in with their sticks, and they're like just testing the waters and swiping at the edge of the dust that still fills the air, and they don't want to go any further. They don't want to go any closer or into the blackness which still fills the air in the quarry. What are you going to do? You're pretty sure you're not going to be invisible, but you're in this blackness of mist, and they're screaming all over you, all around you. So
You're just covered in soot.
Enjoying the chaos.
Going to be covered in soot.
I'm no longer Arona. I'm no longer So. I am Soot. The name has finally been. I am standing perfectly still, smiling. Yeah, sometimes chaos will involve kids screaming, but you know what? The important thing is the festival didn't get ruined. I don't have any spells or anything that can help me right now, so
Yep. So
I'm gonna cast dancing light. Wait, no, I'm gonna cast dancing lights so little orbs are just flying around.
I'm pointing out that there's you can't even like as you cast dancing lights, like you can't even see the dancing lights. You are in absolute blackness. Your dark vision doesn't work because it's just all the particles of the air is filled with this black coal dust, like this soot, and so there's nothing but blackness. It's actually an effective darkness spell because it's not even a spell. And it marks your
I'm
target.
still gonna have all my lights out and just dancing around in the cloud, in and out of the cloud.
As the lights come out of the crowd, you see from above and you hear from inside screams. Because there's also, because of the children outside, they see this magic happen. That's not them. So those with the sticks, they just run. They drop their sticks and run, and they absolutely bolt. And they
You know what they say? Spare the child. I don't know that saying very well. Anyway, use a spell.
Sure, spare the child.
And also, like your vision's probably about like a foot, so you'd also have like some of the dancing lights going through the mist would also catch close to some of the children in there, which would scare them even further. And there's more screams, and you think you've pretty much effectively dashed their plans. If this was the only holding area.
Ooh, I'm gonna see if I can like catch a kid in the mist.
Can I get a grapple roll, please? Like just an unarmed
Oh
attack
no, I
roll.
want to grapple, just like that little arm thing that moms do. They grab the kid by the arm, and it just holds them.
Yeah, I know that quite well. I have a goblin who's an escape artist, so yeah, I do know that. It's
What role would that be?
It's still a grapple. It's like an unarmed strike, an unarmed grab, but it is with disadvantage because you're in darkness.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. It's gonna be the same roll as.
That
Ignore
better be a
the
sneak
attack.
Hata! He grabs.
Where's the
Ignore
sneak
this
attack?
thing. I'm not trying to hit kids.
That's a 15 damage sneak attack.
It's always ticked on because I always have it.
Yeah, she
grabs the child and sneak attacks him, cry chopping him in the back.
Come to me. Knock him out.
The sneak attacks spank.
Warning.
The spank and punishment sneak attack.
Get out the wooden spoon.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yep. Broken on the back of the. Yep. Child abuse, no, bad. Docs, don't, like, close your ears, docs. Hands on the ears. So you grab one of the children, and you hear a yelp as this child who's running past you in the darkness is suddenly grabbed by someone like taller and stronger than they are. And there's this furious scream, like that point blank range right in front of you in the darkness. What's your response to that?
My response is
I'll jump.
Snow doesn't know how to raise kids.
No, use spells instead to scare them or make them your friends. Oh
right.
boy.
It stops the screaming. Literally, no one is coming down to help. So, like,
No.
I'm doing what I.
No.
Oh, Maven's like not far away, but she's just watching. She's a cat.
He's just up at the
Enjoying
top of
this.
the quarry being like, what is going on?
There's got to be a save. Yeah, wisdom save. There we go.
It's just a nice little swishy tail going back and forth, watching all this unfold.
I would hope a child has disadvantage because they aren't around spells that much. Hey.
Oh, there was going to be a low wisdom as well, but yeah. But 8 is totally enough to fail. But you should probably have a disadvantage, like they should probably have an advantage on a charm spell when against a terrifying creature though, but we don't have those rules in D&D 5th edition. But it makes sense. Anyway, they fail their roll, and suddenly the screen just
they have
stops.
advantage against hostile creatures.
Ah. And I'd say that's hostile.
Hostile.
Yeah, it must make a wisdom saving throw and does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it. So are you fighting the kid?
I think
don't
it's
know.
hostile. The child thinks it's hostile.
Yeah.
Child could think it's hostile. We're not
I think-
meaning it to be hostile.
Yeah, I think all it matters is it's harder because they think you're hostile to begin with.
Yeah.
You're trying to change the opinion from hostile to friendly.
Oh fuck!
There's minuses. So what's the actual save number, DC?
My save DC is 15.
15 it will be a pass, yep. I was going to give them -3 because the wisdom will be lower. But no, pass. So the scream still keeps on going.
Hey, shh, it's okay, it's me, so.
The scream keeps on going.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'm gonna put him down.
And as you put them down, I'm just going to do another roll here just to see something.
Is he gonna kick me in the shin?
No, but doesn't fall over when it hits the ground running. As in absolutely running. You picked them up and the feet were still running in the air and you put them down and that just connected and kept on going.
Well,
And suddenly
up on the hill.
Bolt.
Yeah, up on the hill. I just look at the cat and go, "You believe this shit?"
meow.
Yeah, me neither.
Swishy tail. You see a cat expression of like a shake of the head.
Do you think they're
Just
all right
weird.
down there?
Oh, that'll be fine. It's just
There's no stampede. They're just all the children running
just
out.
psychological.
Maybe it's just gonna slowly just
I'm
hop her
gonna
way down
let
as a
Ella-
cat.
It's steep. It's steep. It's a quarry. It's like a hard climb check.
Cat.
Like cat would be dangerous to drop down into there. So
I
can
mean,
walk off. She
they have a
floats.
climb of 30 feet.
Yeah.
I was gonna yell.
Cats have a
Hey,
natural climb
guys.
speed, and they have
Yeah.
claws.
I think that might be more climbing up than climbing down.
Also, a cat's terminal velocity is not enough to kill them.
Plus, cats
That's a
can
fact.
parachute out.
Okay, so
Not to mention,
let's roll
I mean-
dice then of like the terminal velocity of a druid in cat form.
I'm not jumping down completely just to my death, obviously. And let me just remind you, quarries don't go immediately down. They do have like little edges where a cat could easily perch.
No, it's as in it's not an open cut quarry like that. It's in they've cut it one side in where like
Then if it
near the
goes
road.
slight, and
But where
is
you
it like
are.
a slope?
So
Is there layers?
so there's
Are
no
there
layers. It's
layers,
not
or is it
open
just
cut.
is it just
It's
an
down.
immediate fall down?
It's a steep down. Yeah.
To
So
be
we're-
fair, cats have like little natural parachutes that help them like
Yeah.
land safer.
This is true.
How far down is it?
So it's sloping. It's about I think it's about 80 feet. Like it's 80 feet at the deepest here, and about 50 here, and about again about 70 where Zoe's up the top corner, but it slopes up towards the road. So it slopes
Okay,
back
and-
up out.
The area the kids are in is over here.
Where was over there. Now they're all running up
Yeah.
the road, covered in
So I
blackness.
imagine we're somewhere along this side then.
Actually no, this side where Kip is.
I don't know where. Okay.
So yeah, it's about,
So
it's
if I-
about 50 feet.
So if I go this side where this is like lower,
Yeah. It's still going to be some distance, but yeah. You can make your way in if that's what you want to do. It's
Yeah.
going to take some time. Okay. What's anyone else doing? What's So doing?
I'm just watching.
You're watching?
Yeah, I might just watch. Let's hang out with Kip.
So
Again,
I'm gonna try
the
to
two
wander out of
ones-
the cloud.
What was that, Peach?
So's gonna try to wander out of the cloud smoke as best she can.
Well, it's more of a case of just picking a direction and keep going, and you'll find your way out.
Yeah.
And emerging out of the smoke and out of the dust, a black arona, just covered head to toe or horns to tail in black soot.
You know, like in grab bags where there's the special edition, like, look, it's gold, or look, it's completely black, or look, we didn't paint it right. It's special edition. It's a grab bag. It's a blind bag. That's what So is. I mean, Arona, she's a special edition Arona blind bag.
Covered in soot.
Completely different color palette.
Oh
She's
boy.
covered in soot.
Yeah. It's SOO apostrophe, not apostrophe, little minus sign. I forget what that's called. T.
Yeah. You from the road you hear, "It's a demon!" Ah! As more kids run away, as the last of the kids like run even faster.
That's fair. Kip, I need prestidigitation.
You come up here.
You come down here. That's harder for me.
I can't. I'll go around. And I'll make the long
Thank you.
walk.
I don't want to be
Around.
left by myself, so I'll go with.
Yep. As you go the long walk, and you notice Maeva hopping down, shortcutting, being the cat. You also notice children running the streets, covered in blackness. And there's a lot of adults just looking at them and like
Being really
concerned
confused.
and like what's going on, and they don't really know, but they and some of them even call out demons, but again the adults are like, what? No, go, just yeah, they're just
Bunch of
ignoring them because they're
kids.
kids, causing trouble, trying to spread rumors. So not like people aren't really concerned about the kids. But
That's sad.
You make it down, and as you make it down, you actually see right at the front of the quarry says closed for crimes against the town, and then underneath there's a board saying under new management soon. He's been pegged onto that.
That's interesting.
And you can all...
Alright, so and I'll drop invisibility and I'll cast prestidigitation and all the soot will.
Well, the invisibility would have dropped with the
Okay.
with the action would have dropped.
Oh yeah, of course. So yeah, you're clean now.
Ava's gonna perch herself back up on top of Arona's shoulder.
Well,
that was fun.
fun. Yep, you traumatized some kids. Great.
You feel
Oh, that's
pop
not
heads.
the first time we've traumatized them.
Yeah, no,
You're
that's what I'm concerned about.
I like being animals
Are you
as
still-
Maven. That's just my thing now. I'm just gonna be
I'm
animals.
gonna pet Maeva. So, are you still on about that monster thing?
What monster thing?
That thing you brought up earlier.
Oh,
The hero and stuff.
well, I mean, am I still on about it? Well, yes, because I still am one in the eyes of most people, so it's not something that ever changes.
Well, yeah, you're right. Well, no, I think being a hero changes all the time, right? I mean,
I don't know.
Kadan chose not to be a hero anymore.
I don't know. I don't know. It's a hard one.
Well, quick question. Do you think Meg is a hero or a monster?
Meow.
She's not a monster. She's not a monster.
All right. Do you
I
think
think
Maeva is a
she-
hero or a monster?
Neither. I don't think any of us are heroes yet. We have the potential to be, depending on what we choose to do next. But I don't believe. Well, where are you going with this? Where are you going with this?
All right, Kip, my turn. Am I a hero or a monster?
You're a Rona. You are a wacky, crazy, irresponsible individual, but you're not a monster. You're
No,
not.
I would.
And you it's because what we are is different, and for most people different means monstrous and something to be afraid of, and that's what I'm trying to do by being a hero. I want to prove that different doesn't have to be monstrous.
Well, I'm gonna have to disagree with you there.
What?
My parents buried Arona a while ago, and
Are
she
we
was
talking
pretty happy.
metaphorically or
No. They held, it's a whole thing. They held a fake grave thing for me because they'd rather say that I was dead than a tiefling. But that's a different thing. That's a different subject for a different day. We're not going to go into that.
I'm sorry if I'm being too forward here. Your parents were cunts.
They were, but we're going to put that in a box, and we're going to put the box in a pretty bow, and then we're going to shove that in the corner of the closet where no one can find it. It's a Christmas gift. Do not open. Anyway, my point is there's nothing wrong with being a monster and a hero.
I agree with you in principle, but monster's the wrong word to use. Monster is something that they've called us to as something monstrous. It comes from the word monstrous, which means it's, dangerous and evil and frightening. And that doesn't have to be the case.
Well, we don't have to be evil, right? Or
I agree with you, but I think monstrous is the wrong word to use.
I actually like that word because we are very dangerous. I've decapitated people, Kip.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yes.
I get you not wanting to take that term yet because it's hard. But like you said,
I don't want to take that term at all. If you want to take that term, then all the power to you. But I don't. I've been fighting my whole life to try and prove that my people don't have to be monsters.
And that is fair. But my favorite thing about being a monster is that monsters stick together.
They don't though. They really don't though. That's the thing. Have you seen some of the way like creatures act towards each other? They kill each other. They fight each other. Nature's brutal. All right.
I'm not talking about those kinds of monsters. I'm talking about us monsters. Just because we're a different kind of monster doesn't mean we're any less monstrous. If that makes, we're getting off beat. We're getting off beat. I'm just saying, I'd like to be called Arona, the monstrous hero, and I'm happy with that. And you can be Kip, the kobold wizard lizard fighter hero, and that's okay for you. But
Perfect.
You are not any less of a hero just because you think you're a monster.
I don't think I'm a monster. That's what I'm saying. I think
You
other
kind of
people
do.
are cool. I believe when my people are savages, they are monsters. Maybe that's also wrong of me to think that. I don't know. I like to think we can rise above that.
Well, it's fair. That's fair. But don't get too wrapped up in it, okay?
Try telling me. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm so tightly wrapped up in it. It's like a bloody creeper vine that's just strangling me.
Hop down.
I
off
see what
of,
you mean.
So, and transform back.
I see what you mean, though. It's a whole ugly thing. But that's just what I'm fighting for, I suppose. I'm fighting for acceptance. I'm fighting for equality, I suppose. I'm fighting to prove that everyone is worth a chance.
Even you.
Yeah.
The very ugly puppy.
Thank you. So.
I think
Anyway.
we should go out for dinner. Everyone, celebration. We
Go out.
survived. We're not dead.
Where's there to go out?
Being sorted should be open. Is it? Or is the sun held high? It's been a while since we've eaten at any tavern here. Is the other tavern open?
I made his neck a little too long, but oh well.
I love it.
Yeah. Swinging Sword Inn is the empty, large inn which you live in, and the Helmet High Sun is the one across the, which is actually packed. That's the one that is open. The one across.
Well,
Yeah, we'll go to the Helmet High Sun. Well, you go to the Helmet High Sun. Again, even when you go to the daytime, it's dark. It's absolutely packed. Because of who you are, you're given, and of course because of the incident, you're given your own table, and you're essentially waited on by one of the maids privately, as in, like, you're given the full service. You're not charged for your food, not charged for your drinks, unless you do extras, of course. And there's a lot of people in the tavern. There's a lot of talk about the recent events and about the upcoming events in town. So how are you going to? What are you going to do in the tavern? Like, what are you going to investigate the rumors, or are you going to listen to everything's going on? Are you going to just party by yourselves? Are you going to try to celebrate with others? What is the aim? And can I have another deception roll, because I guarantee you're going to try to spread rumors, Peach. Yep.
Because this is probably the better place to spread rumors.
Advantage or
Not
disadvantage?
advantage,
Or just
a
normal?
normal roll for you spreading rumors.
Woo!
Okay, so 17. But what's everyone doing at the tavern for that night?
I don't know.
Being awkward.
Apparently so. It's been one of those very awkward, emotional.
Because
So-
Meg doesn't know how to act as getting the hang of it, but still's like, I'm just
Maven's
gonna sit
like,
in the
I don't
corner."
party, so I don't know what to do.
So is
like,
not letting this happen.
she's
I-
like,
I
if so
wanna-
hands her a drink, she'll drink it. Basically, that's what she's here for.
Rona is
It-
continuously handing Meg and Maeve drinks. It's all on her tonight.
What is this?
Just Keep is just sort of deep. I think Kip would want to find out about the people who were taken prisoner.
That's also being
Or
talked.
What their whole deal was. So he'll be listening out for that.
That is something that is actually happening. Like, the main conversations are the elections the festival and people being arrested.
Yeah, Kip doesn't give a shit about the first two. He's
Yeah.
interested in people being arrested.
Yeah, so you can easily listen out for talk throughout the night. The arrests which you hear about are Agrio Bethender.
All right, let me get the note thing out so I can write this down.
Yep.
The journal edit. Where's the Red Larch section? Red Larch. Arrested. Right. So what was that?
Agrio Beth. I'm actually copying and pasting for you as well into the chat channel to help you. So Agria Bethender is one of the people that were arrested. And you haven't had any real dealings with this person at all in town, so you don't really know who they are. Ilmeth Whalver, Whalver, again, haven't really had any dealings with this person. Ilak Doran, who you do know as the other stonemason Croix. And they also talk about the two initial arrests, which are so we'll do the ones. So these are the ones which are the ones that were arrested recently. The two initial arrests were.
You're still typing as so.
Oops, sorry. GM. There we go. As the GM. There's also the Alberi Malekio, which was the initial arrest, as well as Grund, who was also in the initial arrests. Another thing is that they also talk about the person who escaped the roundup. There was one person that didn't get arrested, but they were looking for. And this one you do know the name, which is Marlendro Gilker. And you know that was the barber that helped tend to Robold's beard.
Robold, you gotta get a new barber.
There's also. Can I get an investigation roll as well?
Yep. I'm not amazing at those.
Yeah, you're the one investigating instead of Peach.
You know what? Use it or lose it. I'm gonna add the chat D4 to that.
Yep. You've also got inspiration too.
Not that it matters. Oh, I'll roll. Oh yeah, I'll roll. Can I roll? I'll roll again then.
Yeah.
I'll definitely take that.
And add the chat donation to that, and yep. And
here we go.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So
24.
you end up. Let's minus all those things off you. Like, there we go.
I've done that.
So you also you find out that and just how it happens that one of the people you just end up listening into late into the night is one of the constable's men, not the constable himself, but one of the people that act as a guard. And he mentions that they found some weird stuff at the barber's shop, at Melendro's shop, and apparently he was counterfeiting, and he was there was jewelry and gold shipping, as in he was clipping coins, and he had a press for counterfeiting, and lots of different things hidden under his shop.
I whisper to everyone else, I think we have a lead. I think we should, at some point, pay the barbers a visit. Get that haircut you were talking about, Maeva. if you catch my drift.
Ava's like looks at her hair for a second, then kind of is like, no.
Just go with it. Go with it. Go with it.
Sure, okay. Okay. Combs
Another-
through her hair like, no.
I don't want a haircut.
Another piece of information with the 20 is that the initial interrogations or questioning, doesn't say interrogation but questioning, is that there was it used to, like, apparently the group was like just elder statesmen in the town, looking for the best of this, out for the best interests of the town. But recently, someone else came in from the outside and changed their outlook, and things that, like, not changed their outlook and changed how they did things. At least that's what some of the people are saying, as in some of those that are arrested have been saying in the recent investigations.
Big think. I wonder if that has anything to do with our cults. Hint, hint. Right.
And that's about as much information as I can give you with a 24, essentially. I think that's all they've got.
Well, how about we say, I whisper to everyone, before we go to bed tonight, we'll just pop into the barber's and see what's up. Does that sound good?
Sounds
Sounds
good.
good to me. Should I transform into something while we're there?
You could
A
very
cat
well
would be
do.
lovely to see again.
Or something that
I
can
like my
dig.
cat run.
Do you know anything that can dig?
There's moles. Probably other things too. Earthworms can dig. There's larger ones too.
Alright, never mind. Right. Okay.
So
Don't let them eat them. They can strangle you to death.
So later that night, you find yourselves outside of the barber's shop. 17 on your map. I would keep there to give you an idea where.
Here we go.
Follow Kip.
Yeah. The outside has a closed.
I can
and
be
then
a
again,
beaver.
And then again, underneath, soon to be under new management. Looks like exactly the same sign as what you saw at the stoneworks. Is posted up underneath the closed sign. The door is locked and it has a plank across it, nailed in across the door.
Is there a way? Is there like a window that we can sort of perhaps squeeze in through?
Can I have an investigation?
Does anyone want to help me with this?
Maeva probably could, because I mean, Maeva's pretty good at spotting things.
Yes.
This
Yes,
is
that damn
no
feat.
longer with any bonus.
So,
Hey, not bad.
Okay.
Nice.
You find an upper window, which has less security on it than the downstairs.
So, can you try and get this open? Oh, is it? Can I just open it, or is it locked?
Locked, but as in not
I-
barred.
So, can you? We
shut
might
up.
need your help with it. We might need your help with this.
Is Peach even
Can you
here?
climb up and? Peach,
I-
hello.
So Peach left about half an hour ago, and she's telling me out now.
oh, she said, "I'm here."
Totally professional.
In Discord. No, we
No, can't hear you.
Oof.
Right.
Totally professional.
What is the barber's like shop made of? Is it just like a wooden hut or
It's
something,
wood-
or?
It's a wooden building.
Okay.
Only the two main inns, I think, are not wooden. So climbs up without any issue, and you see just so, like, looking at the window and looking at it, and just like elbow through the window.
Okay, not what I had in mind.
But it's
I
open.
immediately look around to see if anyone's noticed. If anyone.
Do a perception, please.
Yep. Only 13.
Yep.
With a 23 passive, does it look like anyone looked at us?
So with a 23 passive, you see that, like, where you're standing, there's a lot of homes that face this area. A lot of homes, and with a 23 passive perception, maybe you see a small face in the darkness looking out of a curtain, and then closing the curtains from one of the homes. You couldn't really see the face, but you saw at least that.
I think somebody saw us.
Well, it's nothing for right now. Let's go, 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 go.
Sure. How big is this window?
Well,
If it's an upper window, it's probably like not very big, I'm guessing.
yeah. So, Kip and Meg, no problem at all. May need a climb check, kind of to squeeze through for the larger party members.
Mavis just gonna look at you guys like, I'll be right back, and turn into a cat, and just
Okay.
in through the window,
So,
drop down,
so
and just transform back and push door open.
So kind of a, I think a climb check as or an escape artist style check. Athletics.
Peach's mic isn't working. She's talking through Discord.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Can check? Sorry, Mike's not
Yeah.
coming.
So a dexterity or athletics or something type check. Yep. Yep. No problem.
My athletics is
No problem.
thing.
I know Meg's no problem because Meg's smaller.
Oh, never mind.
So the smaller individuals have no problem getting through. But so is able to get through as well, without having to further smash more glass. And that's okay. Your cord's finally fried, or your USB's probably finally fried as well. Oh, damn, what a shame.
Chat in roll 20 so it comes up on stream.
But don't say anything dirty because it comes up on stream.
Yes.
So say everything dirty because we're professionals.
This whole day, like the week's actually been pretty bad for the stream. Like everyone slept in yesterday. Yeah, sure. Didn't have a stream. Then no connection for 12 plus hours. Couldn't do any prep. Great.
We've had a game and it's been fun.
I know
so.
and character development.
It's been a very heavy roleplay session.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you hop into an upstairs room, which seems to be a bed, like just a bedroom, which looks to be of hastily. It looks to be hastily evacuated.
There's a bed in here, is there?
There's a bed. There's
Is there a pillow?
There's a pillow.
Maybe rolls around in it and starts kneading it.
There's a closet. There's a foot trunk chest, and there's a door to stairs to go down to the main store level. But
Let's see.
Right, I'm gonna start just looking. I'm gonna look particularly for. I don't know. Gonna look for if there's a basement to this place.
I love the first thing.
Okay.
So can I check around to see what I can steal?
okay, so yes, you can steal stuff. I'll need to know where you want to steal from the shop front. There's not really anything like there's clothes and stuff left in the bedroom, but it looks like a few things have been quickly just taken, and whoever the person just ran. Like the person got out of here quickly.
So if I can make a recommendation, steal some barber scissors.
But on the second level, so on the storefront level, when you get into the storefront itself, there's like the front shop, which is the storefront, and there's the back of the shop. And in the back of the shop, it is obvious that there is a trapdoor. And there is a secret trapdoor because it's actually open, just sitting there with a ladder stuck into it.
Oh.
So you don't
Oh,
have to do a
well then.
perception check with that. They've left it open in their investigations. So
How considerate.
yeah, I know. How considerate. But when you look
So
at
will
it,
steal
you would
scissors.
not ever have seen it. And so is out the front stealing scissors and probably beard oils, because someone has the robot's beard.
Oh,
Where's
yeah.
Robo's beard?
I have the beard thing that I just
Oh,
Yes.
the
did they have a
band.
beard?
It's in my bag.
And it's not just beard oils, but it's also soaps and other bits and pieces.
there's that lather cream to
Yeah.
lather up and shave the beard.
Oh,
It's everything. Steal it all.
And
I demand
waxes.
it all.
But yeah, as I said, there's obviously a trapdoor. And it's like you would never have seen it, and it looks like it was hidden very well, but it's popped up to be going, so anyone else that comes in goes, okay, like if they're told, I'll go to the back and go into the trapdoor, they wouldn't have found it, so they've had to actually prop it open in case they send someone else to get something from here.
yeah.
And underneath there is what looks to be a large basement with several desks and jeweler's tools, so very, very fine crafting tools. There looks to be stacks of coin. Some like there's coin scattered, but there's also other stacks where they look to have like the gold has been chipped off it. You can see like the gold fragments where the chipping's been, where it's been clipped. There's also plates for pressing other coins. As in there's a crucible for melting coin and denominations and plates to press them into coin. There looks to be quite an operation here.
So basically, they're chipping it off the other coins and then pressing new coins with the chips.
Most likely.
Oh.
And if you have enough coin coming through, you can actually create a decent income. About a 1% income.
It's an income.
It's gold, yeah. And being in
I'm
business,
just gonna
you can-
start.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna start looking around. I'm gonna look for hidden compartments. I'm gonna look for. First of all, can anyone light this place up? Because it's quite.
You think the basement would be the safest place to put light in?
Yeah, I don't have any
Yeah.
spells or anything, but. So can you do your dancing lights?
There's
She says
lanterns
yes. Let's
ready.
do it.
There's less. She said yes. Yeah, there's lanterns and things. So it's all good. And you start searching. Can I get search, please?
Is that
I don't know
What
if
is
it's
that?
investigation or if it's the other.
Investigation?
It's one of the two.
if I can do perception? I'll do
Perception?
perception.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's always one of the two. Sorry for keeping you up so late, Amy.
No, it's like midday. I should be asleep. No.
Sorry, Sky. So
Guy over here, like,
investigation-
you think.
You look around and there's certainly there's certainly a drawer, like a hidden drawer underneath the desk, and it looks like it's already been found, and what was in there is already been cleaned out.
Figures.
Yeah. You are the second lot of people to come through here to investigate. Other than that, there would have been notes elsewhere where you can think that they would have had things, and everything's been taken. It seems to be it seems to be a dead end, or a free shopping spree. If you want scissors.
After I come to the conclusion that it's been cleared out already, I'm just gonna sod it and I start picking up coins.
Okay. You can pick up about 20 odd gold coins.
Alright, that's 5 each.
I'm gonna look around the bedroom to see if there's any secrets.
Yep, you can do a perception.
In 2 seconds. Oh, that's good.
Okay. So you're looking around the bedroom. You find something in the back of the cupboard, and you wouldn't have noticed it normally, but it's actually behind the cupboard, as in where it is the door, and it seems to be a slither of paper. And you get the paper out, and it looks like it's old, and it's a wanted poster.
It's a wanted poster.
Yep. Has a name you don't recognise, has a face you don't recognise.
How much for?
For 100 gold. It's
say?
actually for crimes against Waterdeep and the economy of Waterdeep.
I'm gonna go find the closest person. Which
may be so stealing stuff. Unless Maver's
what's Maver doing? Maver's a cat. So
person.
Hi. Sorry, I was distracted for a second.
Maver's a cat, so Maver probably wouldn't be much help.
Yeah.
But
So you'd find so.
I mean,
Maver's a cat.
Papa's just in the room with you, so I mean.
Miss Maver, I found this.
Meow.
Do you
Transforms back. Like, she's sitting on the bed now, like, yeah, what'd you need? What did you find?
I found this. And I hand Maver the wanted poster.
I look at the wanted poster, and it's who again?
You don't recognise the name, you don't recognise the picture.
Can I have a look? Do I recognize anything?
You're in the basement. That's why I said probably the closest person would be so.
They're in
the storefront, stealing things.
That's right.
The others know?
Probably so. Let's go front her.
We go downstairs and we go to Sir. We go. Miss Arona. I found this. Not even blinking at the stealing part, just like hands her the piece of paper.
Shoving things into her various pockets.
Don't think So even recognizes So won't recognize the name, but also I don't think So's actually met this person. So I don't think you actually know who this person is in the photo or in the picture. Like there is one person that will know this person, but it's not. I don't think Arona would be that person.
Oh well, one person left.
Best
sorry.
guess. Are you saying best guess or just a pure out lie? Like making thing up? Who knows? It could be Pepsi Left Beard. Best guess, the owner of the establishment. It could be the person here, and he had a wanted poster stored away as a reminder of maybe of a past life.
Tell the children that.
Oh, so this is he was. I get it.
Oh,
So
Oh.
he was wanted before. Then he came to Red Larch.
I'll go show the poster ticket.
I probably don't know who this is.
No, it's only Robold that ever had dealings with this person.
Yeah, no, no idea. No idea.
Yeah, but you think that it may be that exactly that if this was his past life, that he had a wanted poster for him and he's moved here and kept things quiet.
To get away from things, maybe.
Yeah.
And start up his business again.
Quietly, yes.
Yes.
The molds are for water Davian going. They're for gold dragons.
Yeah. So he's probably gone somewhere. Oh, did he get arrested?
No, it just has a wanted poster. It doesn't say arrested. Oh no, this is the one that fled. This
Oh,
is the one
yeah.
that didn't get arrested. This is the one that got out as everyone else was rounded up.
He's probably got off to do it again.
But it also, there's no indications here that he was involved in any cult. There's nothing that... I mean, you're certainly missing papers from a drawer. But being a coin clipper or being, like, doing that type of stuff doesn't seem to be anything to do with a cult or anything.
I'll be right back. Sorry,
Yeah.
I gotta check something.
No problem.
It makes sense that, like, when they're doing their raids and stuff, they'd come across anything that was hiding in the town, even if it wasn't cult related.
But he'll certainly on the list of people to be arrested. And it just so happens that he had an unrelated side business of profiteering off coin clipping. So
I'm gonna leave the poster on a table.
for the next guard to come in.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, guys, you missed this.
Yeah.
Like you also missed the broken window. It was broken from the outside.
We throw the glass outside. Sweep of the glass and throw it outside of the window like it was broken from the inside.
So what's the plan? What's the idea? You don't know who saw you?
It's fine.
And you don't know how much
I know
time you
which
have.
I know which house saw me, so I can at least know that.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess at this point, if that's really all we need, it's like let's go back to the inn.
So you got some piece of information. Or a couple pieces. Yeah,
And on the way out, yeah, maybe it's gonna just do pass without trace, so that hey, let's get out of here.
can I get a perception check, please, from Ava?
All right. Perception.
Okay. You notice that there's some bushes near that house because you know which house it was from, and you notice that the curtain that the person that came to, that's actually that's closed again. But in the bushes underneath, you can see a small face looking at as you all exit, and it's a small face of a child.
Yeah, it's a kid.
Sorry about that. What did I miss?
It's a kid watching us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's just gonna do a little shush.
Yeah. And how can I do it? The child points to a part of the clothing which is covered in black and points back at the group.
The soot?
Soot on clothing, yes. Points to the group, questioning.
I will walk up.
Maybe just puts her fingers again to the shush.
Yeah.
I'll just quickly sneak up.
Yeah, this is across the road from the breaking.
Yeah, no, I'll sneak up over, just keep my fingers to my lips, and I will press the digitation of the clothes, and then go back.
As you press the digitation of the clothes, then turn around and it's like, but what about my sore butt?
Molly's butt.
That means you're gonna grow a tail like mine.
As the kid turns around, drops the pants, and you can see the spoon marks across the bottom. As they've been beaten by their parents for coming back covered in soot, and then they scarper off.
I can help you, and I can't see any words. So quickly with them.
As the child runs into the darkness, you're healing word their butt.
I got a healing word on their butt.
There's consequences for your actions. If you're going to cover the entire population with soot of all the children, all those children are going to get the sore butts. Healing word, 9 points of healing for a child.
He's good.
Butt is soothed.
I just realized I went the wrong way with the spell slots thing. Hang on, let me fix that.
That's okay. So, yeah, you think that you've found everything you're going to in your searches, and you don't think that, like, the belief is that you don't know if the coin clipping's related to occults, but there doesn't seem to be anything there. The coin clipping does seem to be related to the wanted poster, if it is that same person. But you don't know what was found in the drawer by the guard.
Probably gonna have to do some investigations with the guard.
Who generally don't like you investigating in town.
I feel like we're gonna get investigated next. It's like, there's a broken window and a poster on a table.
Oh boy.
This would have been so much better if Kamali was still around, because that was Kamali's barber. That was Robold's barber.
Yeah.
Robold, you got some shady dealings there, didn't you?
Robo was probably implicated. Robo was probably, making us a bit of side buck, helping the barber out.
Yeah, just a little bit under the table action. So you go back to your totally empty 3-story inn.
Didn't realize he was that kind of barber.
No. Yeah, you go back to your totally empty 3-story inn. Have you spread out throughout the inn, or are you still in your big communal, top floor?
Maeva has taken a bunch of the blankets and bedding and has just made herself a fort downstairs in her corner.
I've just
a children's fort, basically.
I've just been sleeping in the bed that I got told to sleep in.
Yeah, nah. So spread out. Yeah, if I'll take my own room. If that's, I'll probably grab my own room.
Maeva likes the open corner.
I'm gonna stay upstairs in the bed they originally told me to sleep in.
There's 12 different rooms. There's probably about 8 different rooms, just in the second story, which is totally empty. And then you've got the entire top floor with your your living room and your the two. I think you've got 2 big rooms that are communal.
There are a lot of rooms.
Yeah, but the entire place is empty.
Is there an attic?
You are living in the attic.
Oh.
Yeah. So the entire top floor is the attic, where you've got one big communal room plus bits.
Okay.
I've got a map of it somewhere. We can hardly ever go through it anymore, but There we go.
So like the floor that we lived on was basically the attic.
We live in the attic.
There you go.
Ah.
So yeah, you live in the attic, essentially, with one large communal room and two smaller rooms that come off it. I haven't got details on the second floor, but that's just bedrooms for when it wasn't in.
Don, what are you doing here? You don't live here anymore. Go away.
Don, what are you're doing in your bed? Get out.
There you go. Better.
I guess.
But yeah. So
I'm gonna make a fort somewhere. There's just gonna be a giant fort of all sorts of things. Probably some vines that are holding up a hammock.
We all miss Kadan. Our Kadaddy.
yeah,
Kadaddy.
a few more months and Will be back.
But will
Whether
Kadan
Will
be
comes back with Kabran, that's up to Will.
Kadaddy might not be back, and I will be sad.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess just everyone spreads out and does their own thing. Other than Meg, who's just like, this is my room. I was told this is my room, this is my room.
Which means when I do attack, it's going to be so much more fun. Spread out the party. Yes. Sorry, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I imagine all of us stay
You're not kidding.
When?
too far away from each other.
You are not kidding. I know that.
I'm
It's
just
like a one shot.
there's just this giant room over here. Maybe it's just gonna transform this into her room.
It's
gonna be a poison ivy room.
Like overgrown with vines and leaves. And...
Yes, literally. Actually, that's why I was like, her bed's being hung up by vines hanging down to give her a hammock.
Oh my god.
She's just enjoying this nice space of hers.
So then the rest of the night is uneventful. You don't get a knock on the door by the constable after the break-in. What's the plan for the next day?
Don't sleep and cry downstairs.
No!
Oh.
I think that might be a good place to leave it, only because
Yeah.
I'm worried about Peach's mic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we might have to do it as well. Time to spread the rumors. Yep. I also note that I've also got Robot on the map too, on the GM layer.
Hey.
Bye bye.
Also, so if we leave it there, I mean, that was a good session, but good. So is Mike. You prep. Me tired.
Yeah.
I've got a big thing. I've got a big thing tomorrow as well, actually. So
Totally professional. It just and daylight savings across the board as well. Yeah.
I'm also like myself, like a moment from crashing because I could get to sleep last night, so I have like 4 hours of sleep and that's it.
So we'll leave it there. I think it's a good call, Sky. We'll leave it there. Trying to figure out where people are now in the swinging sword inn, and yeah, because you do have that, like, you started off all together and trying to figure out where things, like where you are, which beds were yours, and now you're just like, well, the end's empty and we all need space, and you're starting to just like, I don't want to be with these people right now.
drifting apart.
I know.
I'm bringing the forest in with me. I want nature to surround me at all times now.
Well, it just means that or Arona is the closest to the burning, the kitchen that is, and yeah.
I destroyed the kitchen.
No, it keeps on getting destroyed. It's a normal thing. Don't worry about that.
Although I guess at this point now we could just
I
spend the
helped
money to
destroy
go
the
and rebuild the
kitchen.
place and make it so that everyone has their own space.
There
Have
are
schematics.
schematics. There are plans. No one has looked at them. No, everyone said, yeah, we'll look at them, or, oh yeah, we looked at them, but no one's actually looked at them. No one even knows what they are.
That'll be a good idea. We'll say the next day will be us spending time doing schematics.
You wake up.
We
it's
need
like,
to do paperwork.
We just slam the paperwork down on the main table and we're like, let's do this. Schematic time.
So Mava,
Paperwork.
you have a look. Like we'll just do it right now. Maybe you have a look at the paperwork, which is actually in this room because you've moved into the to the owner's room, which is why it was the bigger room downstairs. And there's schematics there on the table, and it looks like there's a town there drawn up. There also looks to be new buildings in the town, which you haven't seen before and don't correlate. There's a large hall. There seems to be also a new church. The Swinging Sword Inn, nothing seems to fit. It looks like a larger compound than what it is and goes further back almost towards the quarry. Like it goes behind all the buildings always towards the quarry, which has a walled fence and like large stables and like things like exercise yard, and smithy, and all these things. And they've got things like war room, barracks, all these things are noted down on there. And one of the things that's also there back into the town is jail. Is also noted, and town council is also noted attached to the hall. So there's lots of things on these schematics, and a lot of the schematics have slightly different things, like slightly different variations, but all of them have like a town council and a hall attached to each other. They've got a jail, a much larger Swinging Sword Inn, but it's no longer called Swinging Sword Inn. It's called the Adventurers Guild, or it's called the Guild Hall, or the variations of that.
Yeah.
And all of them also have a new church. So there's variations on them all, but they're all there.
Yeah.
And of note, that also says that the land's been bought, and we just need to confirm which one.
Okay. So I guess she's gonna spread them all out and make sure like she sees like what the best looking defensive one to her seems to be, because at
Which
this
was
point,
the most practical?
which was practical and defensive and good for us and not just overly aesthetic is what she's looking at. And then she's gonna probably pull everyone else in over time as like everyone wakes up to go and get them all to look at them as well.
But that'll be the next episode.
Yeah, that'll be next
etc.
episode.
Yeah. So that's been there for months in game. Not just out
Okay, but
in game. It's like, yeah, we'll
give us
look
a
at
break.
them. Yeah, we'll look at them. No.
We got originally Mava joined the game right when those schematics came in, and then we went to fire. Like we haven't had a chance.
We're great at this.
We're really good at adventuring, guys.
So we'll deal with that next week, next episode. Hopefully we can sort something out for you, Peach, with a microphone. Maybe we can do something with microphone with your webcam, but your webcam's always turned off, so that may even turn off your microphone. So yeah, lots of technicals, lots of funs. We'll go through the order with our outros while Peach, you can start typing your outro if you'd like. I don't know. That's up to you. So Nia, would you like to do your outro and your?
Okay. Tired. Hey everyone, I'm Nir. I play obviously Mava, our half elf druid / witch, who also likes on her part time to be, a cat or a bear or a horse, and just not really participate in any sort of talk because she likes to just sit there and be like, "Mao, what do you want?" But hope you guys enjoyed the episode. It's kind of very crazy right now because Karsh's internet went out, everyone's tired, things have been getting crazy. So it's a very chill session of us just RPing.
Yeah.
Hope you liked all the character development and the angst that we've got going on here. And if you wanna, come back next week when we hopefully have more going on that might be actual combat and stuff, you know, come check us out. I'll also be in Children of the Marsh Tuesday.
On top of that, I did want to make sure, I did want to have this episode as a chill session compared to all the ramped up combats and stress and moralities that's been happening in the last maybe 6 episodes since both Emmy and Nia coming in. It's been just a non-stop bang, 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 like just, yeah.
There's
I've never been more stressed in my life.
I got an episode title: Monsters and Morality.
Okay,
Monsters
I like
or
that.
morality?
Monsters and Morality.
Okay. So Sky, would you like to do your outro?
Hey, I'm SkyBlueStinks. Follow me on Twitter at SkyBlueStinks, SoundCloud at SkyBlueStinks. Technically, I have commissions open, but I've got a bit of a backlog. So I've got 4 tracks to do before anyone who applies next would have a chance. And I'm going away for most of November. So maybe hold off. Maybe I might close commissions soon. I don't know.
Might be an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's been a long time since you've had commissions open, so
Yeah,
it's not a common thing.
I mean, I should basically just improve my workflow and get them done quicker, but that ain't happening.
And hi, I'm Peach. You can follow me on Twitter at FroggetShare. From Peach.
Yes.
So artwork and arty type streamy stuff. Very awesome bubblegum marshmallow style. I love it. I'm a big fan of it, which is why we've had that style and Peach do the artwork for the Blades of Waterdeep show. And why we actually have that as our merchandise for the Rise of Daggers Season 1, because I love the art style. Emmy?
Hi, I'm Emmy Rabbit, but you can call me Emmy. You can find me over on the Gathering of Nerds Twitch channel, where we do our weekly D&D one-shots. Yesterday, actually, we just did Mutants and Masterminds one-shot.
I'm so jealous.
It was fun.
I've never gotten to play Mutants and Masterminds. I've got the books of at least 1 or 2 different versions. I've never gotten to play it. And I didn't even get to watch because no internet.
Oh,
So
you'll be able to watch the VOD. It'll be okay.
I'm gonna have to try to get to the VOD.
Yeah, I punched in a gate. I could jump 4 miles, so I just jumped at the gate and punched it in.
That sounds very much like a Mutants and
Because
Masterminds.
of course.
It's all superheroes and that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's cartoon, comic book. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. But we've got more like D&D stuff coming there, and we've got our Shave for a Cure live stream coming up where I'm going to be shaving all of my hair off. And we've got a whole bunch of other stuff we're gonna do, which is gonna be fun. And yes, I had fun this session, especially the weird little camaraderie Meg and Kip kind of ended up having.
Yeah.
I liked it.
That was really cute, honestly.
It's
like
it's really weird having like the two, like Kip isn't a talker. It's been thrust upon him quite a lot recently, but
Yes,
Kip's never
very
been
much
a
so.
big talker, and Meg is totally not a talker. Hopefully that comes out a bit more with some self-confidence, and
it's slowly coming out. I think actually today was a huge thing for Meg because Kip kind of voicing like kind of like that whole thing about morality and like questioning about like what Kip wants and sort of thing. It caused Meg to go, oh, what do I want? Sort of. Is it okay for me to be different?
to cook food for yourself.
To basically to do things that I haven't just been told to do.
Yeah.
And to be given
Things you
clothes.
want to do.
Yeah.
You ever just want to go ape shit? You ever just want to just...
Just
Out of the mall.
Meg comes back later on murdering everyone covered in blood, and we're like, okay, we said you could enjoy yourself. Please calm down, though. Calm down, crazy.
just bring it down.
Classes in the barbarian.
Bring it down.
Meg becomes
Barbarian!
the barbarians. Oh no!
Ah.
Yeah, so my name is Karsh the Goblin. This is the Goblin Cave. I knew I was going to have issues this week because of the daylight savings hit. We're broadcasting from Australia, which just had daylight savings hit us, which means pretty much everyone else is in a different time zone, and it's always going to happen. So things have been disrupted this week. That is awesome.
Little sketch I did as well. I almost forgot to show it.
Awesome.
Oh, that's cute.
But post them on the Discord. Don't just.
Yeah, we've got a Discord, so you can check us out. Fan art from our own cast members. I don't know if that's fan art, but it's art. You can talk to us and chat about role playing and other bits and pieces. We're also splitting off all the Let's Plays off the channel. So we'll be splitting off all the Let's Plays to the Karsh the Goblin channel. Yes, I've got my own channel, and I'm fairly reserved in the role playing. So I'm really going to be playing it up and having a lot of fun as myself, as my performance side of things for that channel, which will have the sim racing and the Let's Plays and all that type of stuff. We've also been using Syrinscape for the audio because I forgot to mention at the start. I haven't really been playing a lot throughout this episode, but there's been a little bit in the background. It's quiet because there's been a lot of dramatic stuff I didn't want to interfere with. Thank you for the donation. It's been amazing. It was actually needed and used to get more information, even though we had very few rolls or episodes. But I always did want to have this episode as that relaxed because, my God, since Near and since Emmy came in, especially since Near came in, who came in a little bit before Emmy, it's just been that roller coaster of combat and fighting and stress and morality. So I do want to try to balance because that stress does come through, because I want the players to be wanting to come and not just going, oh, I've got role playing today, I don't want to do it, it's going to be stressful. It's no,
I demand a shopping episode for me and Meg.
Shopping!
What's happening?
Well, I've got nice clothes now.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't, so there.
I mean, maybe if it was just kind of if my skin's showing, whatever.
I look like an old man.
You look like an old man, and I still look like I'm that girl from the woods.
Yeah.
That you probably don't want to let into your house.
Like cardigans and it's just the whole works, old man. Yep.
Yes.
There are 2 clothiers in town. So
got what's it called?
The bathhouse, the woman.
Like the strap things.
Oh, the braces.
Dungarees.
Braces. Yeah, braces.
Yeah.
I've got braces on.
Yeah. Some people call them suspenders, but suspenders. They are technically braces, but they go over. I know this because I wear them myself because they're cool. But we're going to head off. We're going to do a raid. We'll find someone to raid in the meantime when we do our credits roll. So stick around for that. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for everything. And hopefully next week is a bit more fluid. Yeah.
That's fine. This one was fine.
And hopefully we can have some audio from Peach, because having no audio and no camera is just...
That's rough.
It's rough. It is hard.
Mm.
So, yeah. We'll figure something else out. So thanks, everyone. Thanks for coming in. And have a great weekend. Have a great day. And all the other bits and pieces that go with it. Enjoy your role-playing. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, and Peach is waving too, apparently.